Hello, everyone, and welcome to day one of our E3 coverage. It's Saturday. It's EA Day. Everyone's here. I like your Path of Exile shirt. I got a Battlefield shirt if you want me to put that on. Would you like?
Sure. Oh, that's nice.
Wait, we got this. They sent me all this shit. So I guess I'm the sponsored part of today's stream. Because I got to put on
I'm the only one without a green screen. Fuck.
Yeah, that's true too.
You're a trendsetter.
Yeah, you're a trendsetter. Exactly.
Retro.
You look great. It's great.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah. Anyways, let me swap over to here because we're pretty close to. Everything's just breaking. We're pretty close to.
And I'm gone.
Are you?
Smooth.
Nice. Everything.
Goodbye.
This is why I like people to be here early.
Freeze frame. Okay. I didn't even hear what you said, but I saw the wall of co's and face palms in chat. For the record, he switched up the communication. We do it the same way and have for like years.
Yeah.
And then today he uses Twitter. I was sitting here happily playing PoE, ready to jump. I was like a tiger. I was ready to pounce on this. But no, he had to send it through Twitter. I don't have Twitter notification. What?
Throwing you a curveball, making.
I mean, there's also a text sent at 12:39. Hey, E3, everything okay? So I mean, I think Path of Exile is really just the main culprit there. But it's okay. It's happened to the best of us, Co.
That's it. I'm doing another map.
Look, you got 5 minutes till they're going to talk about sports ball. It's going to be a little while till something interesting happens. I'm sure.
Oh,
yeah, the first,
shit, that's right.
Yeah,
We're
the
gonna
first
have
section's going to be just
section.
sports.
Yeah. Although
God,
it's going
fuck.
to lead.
They might not lead with that.
They always have. It's like
I have to get the boring stuff out of the way
opening
first, right?
sequence. Let's put everyone to sleep. It's great.
Yeah.
Well, there's like the section in this one where we always get like super confused, right? They spend a lot of time like filling with some kind of a guest or
Yeah.
we're like,
I remember last year they just had some random sports player and they just had like a solid 20-minute conversation. And it's just like
Terry
last like 2 years they've done that.
Yeah, it's just like, but why?
Because why not?
Do you really need filler?
I mean,
you paid a lot of money for this.
That stuff's not necessarily for us, right? Like bringing Pele out there, that's not for us. That's for the shareholders. That's for the people that actually care about FIFA and or soccer. So I'm sorry.
I was
football.
talking. My brother came to visit me, and we were talking about games, and he was like, "Yeah, pretty much the only thing that I consistently play is FIFA." And I had that moment where I was like, "Oh my god, that section is for you! Like
for him, yeah.
You're the guy who benefits from that."
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know what they'll start off with. You can't start off with anything Battlefront 2 because that's just going to be that's going to be We're Sorry, the segment.
I still feel like they're gonna pull the We're Sorry about all that.
Oh, they are 100%. They have to,
and then they're just gonna continue doing what they're doing anyway. Like they're just gonna sweep it under the rug. They're gonna still do their microtransactions. They're just gonna make it slightly more subtle.
That tends to change your attitude to things.
Yeah.
Previously, we've been a bit outraged, but when it goes like mainstream news around the world and the stock prices crash, then that means a lot more, right?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see, right? Battlefield 5, as they've said, there's not going to be no season pass, which is what they've done season passes for like the last 6 games. So maybe they're changing.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe they'll start with Anthem. Maybe that's what they like come out and say, hey, here's a game that people are interested in the hardcore crowd. And then they'll go sports and then Battlefront. And then I think.
Oh, yeah. Anthem's being done by EA.
Yeah. I think there was a leak this morning for Unravel 2. I don't know if that was fake or if that was real. I didn't realize that game sold enough to warrant a second game, but
that's the one where you're like a piece of yarn, right?
Yeah, that's yarn.
Yeah.
With that
you're a little
super
red
over the top
yarn animal.
developer who comes out on stage every year and cries. Is that the guy?
Yeah, that's Yarny.
I remember him. He was
Yarn guy.
I'm a bleeding heart, so that shit gets me. But I feel like if they're gonna have any kind of a section in this where they're apologizing for anything, then they need to start strong and they need to end strong, because I think that's
Yeah.
going to be the only way to package it in a way
Yeah.
where people are like, man, EA's really got some good shit going on here. Like,
There was I want to say CEO of Respawn Entertainment, the people who are responsible for Titanfall, was on Twitter yesterday saying that they're going to show one of 3 things. And there was a comment of so-and-so forced me to do this. So everyone thinks it's going to be a Star Wars game from Respawn that they've apparently been rumored to be working on. So maybe we'll say, hey, these guys are using the same camera I am, where everyone's fucking red. Like just everyone they've shown is just as red as me. So
I'm sure I saw a
got a
headline
good glow
about some
going on.
MMO. Some MMO for Star Wars. Is that the thing?
Another Star Wars.
well, there is an ongoing MMO right now. The name escapes me, but you might see an expansion
Wars
for that.
Galaxy.
Yeah. Or no, I don't think that's the
Not
name. That's the
Knights
old one.
of
That was the old one. Right?
Galactic Jedi verse.
It's SWOTR.
That one.
SWOTR.
That's the
Yeah,
Got it.
the Old Republic.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then Skate 4 is apparently they booted up Skate 2 servers and Skate 3 servers the past couple of days, so everyone thinks they're going to announce a new Skate. So I don't know. I'm going to hit this button and hopefully everyone's camera doesn't just fucking disappear. Hey, we're good. There's just
Look
a lot
at
of shit
that.
on the stream. By the way, we should talk about how the hype meter works. If you're a sub to all 5 of us and you type, let me just read them off. CoH, itmeJP Hype, Zeke Hype, Doog Hype, Sack Hype, Rue Hype, or Ann Hart. That will manipulate the hype meter. If you type Resident Sleeper, that'll push it down. So if you're, when those sports games come up, I'm just saying, you can Resident Sleeper away and it'll force it down.
Yeah, look at that meter going up. Get some Duke Hypes in there.
Yeah. So we'll do our best. Also, the cameras are going to stay on during this, so just be ready for that. I think we're starting, so I'm going to.
I thought the hype meter was something that EA was throwing.
No, that's us. That's us. Yeah.
I like with our delay though, how we can kind of use it to our advantage. Hey, how we feel about sports, guys? Yeah, sports.
Yeah,
hype.
sports,
Let's
I love
go. A lot of sports ball fans here today. Fantastic. Awesome.
Look how excited they are. It's still going up. This is backfiring.
Yeah. It's fine.
We may have created a hype echo chamber. It's not going down. Perpetual hype motion.
I'm disappointed in you though, JP.
What's that?
You used Rue Hype instead of RuPaul.
Oh, we went for the hype emote. Yeah. What the fuck? This is some augmented. Oh, this is Anthem.
What the hell?
I think I fought
Oh, is that
boss and
augmented?
got away.
It must
So
be,
what is
right?
the audience seeing right now?
Yeah.
Hey,
I've always
It is,
wondered
yeah.
that.
3D space, right?
Oh my god.
I think our cameras are frozen.
Yep, fixing on.
So
We're
that
working
was
on it.
Anthem. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. But welcome everybody to
There we go,
EA
now we're good.
Play. I'm Andrew.
I love
Renee.
these freeze
Well, you might
frames.
Recognize me from the
Yeah, I'm not
gaming
sure why they're
community.
happening. I'll have
I'm
to
kind of a new
adjust.
face around here. So this year, EA
I wonder if they'll
wanted
bring
to
back
change
Jesse,
things
what's his
up
face, to
because
do
they
the
know that
Battlefield
I'm both a
thing.
gamer and a fan.
I'm a
So they
YouTube
invited me to
creator.
come and host the
Remember that
show,
guy?
and I
And he
think
just
this
fucked up his
year
lines
is
and
gonna
it
be a
wasn't
lot of
big.
fun, you guys. I hope you're ready.
Oh,
We're about to
yeah.
kick
That's,
the press conference off. But
Jesse
before we do
Wallens
that,
or something?
EA Play is
Yeah.
more than just the show you're about to watch.
Casey Neistat's
Right
friend
behind
is
these
where I've
doors,
seen him on.
there is a
Yeah.
fan fest outside, and it is huge this year. It's a full 3-day gaming festival where thousands of gamers can come and play
Oh,
games
good.
for
The
free.
hype meter's going
Now,
down.
Inside the theater,
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of
there
Resident
are
Sleepers right now.
community members from all over the
love it.
world who are going to be capturing, streaming, and getting their first impressions of the games that we're going to be showing off here today. But before we can get to that, we've got some reveals, of course. We're going to kick things off
This
with
is
a
different.
look at Battlefield 5
Oh, okay.
multiplayer. Now, I know
Let's
Trevor,
go.
I'm gonna give you the
Oh yeah, of
This
first
is
course you
what
start
I'm
with
talking about.
Battlefield. I'm an idiot.
Last
Duh.
month, but we've got some new stuff to show you today. Then we're going to move on to FIFA 19, and boy, do they have some
There's the
big
sports. We
news,
did
you
it.
guys.
They're-
Any
they're
World Cup
setting
fans? You guys
expectations.
excited?
It is. It's just a shit sandwich, right? You got Battlefield at the start,
Then
which is
we've
good.
got
Then
two
sports in the
new
middle, which is
indie
shit,
games
and then
to
ends with
share,
Anthem.
And then I'm going to
Yeah.
come
That's what
back
I'm
at the
saying.
end of the show with some of my favorite developers to give you guys a nice, meaty look at Anthem. And of course, yeah, we got the woos for Anthem. I'm into it. You want to do this with me?
He looked
Well,
so
what
Camera
if
guys, like,
I
Yeah.
told you all the secrets at
supposed to do
once,
this? What am I
right?
doing?
That's a little
Give
scary.
him a break. He needs to
She's
listen
going
to
way
the
off script
show.
right now.
So without further ado, let's get things started.
Dude, I'm so fucking hyped for Battlefield 5.
I would just want to actually see gameplay, right?
Yeah, that's the thing with like any like E3 the last couple of years. It's like really nice cinematics means nothing anymore.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like if they
People
haven't
want
gotten the
fan hypes.
message that we want gameplay, then they're never
By
going to
now,
get that
yeah.
message, right?
Yeah.
Like that little bit, like they're all going, woo! It's like they didn't actually do anything.
Right, it's time to kick this thing off. It's been 2 weeks since the reveal of Battlefield 5. And you know what?
Man, my video
It's been exciting.
slowed down.
It's been a lot of speculation.
Yeah.
So many brilliant remixes of a reveal trailer. But there's also been lots and lots of questions from the community. And we've heard
Oh,
you want to
camera's
see
bad again.
more gameplay
That's
innovations.
Oh, I'm getting
You
that
want to
on the
know how
Twitch stream.
customization actually works. And we want to know more about our take on the Second World War. So today, we'll show you more gameplay and why this is the deepest and most immersive battlefield yet.
It certainly is. You will be able to dive and smash through windows to surprise your enemies. Where previously defenses were stationary, you will now be able to move these weapons around.
Oh, you can
on the
tow guns
battlefield
round. That's
and
sick.
gain advantages.
That's kind of
You can
cool.
put an anti-tank gun on the
And
back
our
of a tank.
renowned destruction system is back.
Yeah, can you shoot
and
while that's
more
happening, I wonder?
impactful than ever.
Yeah. You
So,
can drag, you can be firing while it's moving.
You
Yeah.
can't really hide from those pesky tanks anymore as they come chasing it for you.
Okay, that
as they
that
rip
looks
through
not
those
good.
buildings. And you
Oh,
will now
shit.
be able to customize your soldiers, your vehicles, and your weapons, not only
Is
for
that a
the
little
gameplay,
framey
but for
for
the looks.
me?
As part
Yes,
of
up to
our
three.
It's a
portrayal
little
of the Second
framey, yeah.
World War.
It's very
Wonder
Like
if
I'm
that-
getting,
That's just the tip
It's
of the
framey for me
iceberg
even on
in
the,
Battlefield 5. You're going to see a lot more of our new
Wonder
gameplay
if that's console
systems
related.
here at EA Play from our
Or if
community.
that's stream related.
So let's
I
talk
think
about
that's
our
stream
single
related.
player in War Stories.
Yes, let's do that. So we want to tell you about those untold stories that got us excited to start with on this game. It's about, what you will see is really those moments of human heroism. It is about witnessing the war through the eyes of the men and the women who shaped the world forever. Real and
They're not doing a
relatable
single-player
people
campaign, right?
facing the
They are.
brutality of
Yeah,
war.
they are.
Yeah.
We started off by an exclusive look at the
Oh, apparently it's
War
the Twitch
Story
stream
over at the
specifically, so-
Xbox briefing tomorrow.
Thanks, Twitch.
Thanks, Lasse. Something not to miss tomorrow.
Nailing it.
So, our launch in October is
Love you,
just
Twitch.
the beginning. You will all go on an expanding journey through the Second World War. No loot boxes, no
No loot
premium
boxes, no
packs.
premium. See, I think they've learned.
Yeah, I mean, they stated that when they first announced it, right?
Every day
I think you have to do that
will
in
bring
this
something
situation.
new. And as part of that journey,
fact that that
after
gets a
launch,
cheer is kinda
You'll
weird.
get something I know a lot of you.
yeah,
have
they're
been
not
asking
selling us the game again. Woo!
It's Royale.
Oh, here we go.
It's
It's what is?
Royale reimagined for Battlefield.
Oh, there you go. They
So
announced
we bring
Battle
those pillars
Royale
of
for
Battlefield
VR.
with destruction, team play, vehicles
Oh,
into
here we
this new
go.
experience. So we will bring you experience that you haven't played before in Battlefield or anywhere else. But more about that later this year.
What? So with that, it's time to show you what makes Battlefield so special.
They're not even going to
The
show
unmatched
anything on that.
intensity of
That
a
was it?
multiplayer
Yeah.
sandbox.
That's it.
That was
And
it.
this
Hey
time,
guys,
it's
we're
even
adding
more
VR
epic.
like everybody
Fighting
else.
across
Do
multiple
you want more
maps and
information about
modes.
what makes this unique?
Welcome to your next
bad.
Battlefield
Does PS5 have an
experience,
8 yet?
and this is your first look at ground operations. And
Okay.
this time,
Here's actual
even
gameplay, I think.
featuring music.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah. Frostbite always looks good.
Frostbite always looks really good, yeah. That looks like Battlefield. Well, that's going to be the first thing everyone does is get in a tank and try to drive straight through a house.
You can actually rebuild the houses once they're broken down. which is
yeah.
cool. You can, I'm not joking.
You actually can. You just start working on it.
Yeah. You rebuild the walls with sandbags, and then like your support guys can build mortars and machine guns on them, and healing stations and stuff.
I mean, that looks really good. Like it. I think it was always gonna look good, right? I think we have to wait for the Snoop Dogg to come out and start playing it.
I'm kind of what with Baru said earlier, man. It's really hard for me to get hyped over this stuff. Like, I need to see gameplay. I like.
I think the
Like
gameplay
unedited gameplay, I feel like has way more value now.
Oh, there you
Also,
go. Exclusive first look in the Xbox E3 briefing tomorrow. So,
oh, okay.
Battlefield 5 plays best on Xbox One X, and here's FIFA. That was really quick.
Wow. We're just jumping. All right.
That was really quick.
So, I just gotta ask, like, besides them saying, wow, the grass is much more realistic now, like, what changes between FIFA 1 to 19?
The ball, like the actual physics of the game. We had a developer on that was like talking about what the actual changes are between each game. It's actually physics based, and apparently physics is like a ginormous feat to work on every year, so that it actually feels like you're dribbling the ball, like as if it were a real ball.
The only exposure I see of FIFA games on like Reddit is just GIFs, where like one guy goes to kick the ball and the other guy goes to kick it, and they end up pumping for like 30 seconds because of the physics.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I see of FIFA.
So every FIFA gets a little bit closer to being an actual soccer.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just a little bit closer. Also, poor Dodger. We have to like flip the camera because she's just staring intently at the edge of the screen.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you guys from the moment the Battlefield trailer started, and I didn't realize that. I was like, is everybody just being like respectfully quiet for this whole trailer? And then I looked over at the stream and saw that you guys were talking, and I was like, oh no. What happened?
What did you mute Chrome or something? Oh, you had to rejoin.
No.
Okay, gotcha.
I had to re-enter the call. You didn't lose me though somehow.
That's the UEFA
so there
Champions
you go.
I don't know.
The pinnacle of club football.
Real quick, I
Where
just
the
wanted to,
world's best
before we
clubs
continue,
compete,
sorry
and
to my
icons of the game like
to all the EU
Gerrard
viewers out there.
and Cruyff
It's pronounced
cemented their
soccer.
The world's biggest league
We'll have less of that.
joins the world's game.
Ah, damn.
We made it. We name it.
And a special thanks to the legendary Hans Zimmer and LA's own Vince Staples for
they got
collaborating with
Hans
us on the
Zimmer.
trailer. And I really love the trailer because it captures our epic vision for how the Champions League comes to life
So epic.
in FIFA 19. And Lena's going to tell you a little bit more about that.
As Aaron said, the UEFA Champions League is an amazing addition for the game. It's where football's biggest heroes like Ronaldo and
Wait, was
Neymar clash every year. And it's the place where champions
She was talking about
rise.
another game last
And
year
you've
that
been
had
asking
nothing
for
to do
this
with sports,
for a
I
long
thought.
time, and we are thrilled that it's here.
I guess
And
she
that's
got
why
moved
I don't
teams or
we're bringing
something.
the Champions League across the game. There'll be
Did we actually
an
hit
authentic
zero hype
Champions
on the
League
hype
tournament
here?
mode
Oh yeah,
for your club
There's
to chase
the
the
fucking
best
Resonant
trophy
Sleeper
in
is
career
real.
mode.
Apparently too, there was
Alexander
a issue where
will
Resonant
pursue
Sleeper wasn't
Champions
actually
League
pushing
glory
stuff
in your
down.
story mode,
Now
The
it is.
Journey. And in FIFA
That has been
Ultimate
resolved.
Team, there'll be live and authentic Champions League content. And we'll share more details on that along with all our other Ultimate Team features later this summer.
And all of that's just the beginning. As you know, the heart and soul of FIFA is gameplay.
Wait, I have something.
And this year, we're giving you
better.
the tools to control the pitch in every moment, from your tactical approach to the match
Who's getting
to
a
each
prop?
technical
We got
touch.
props.
And we know how passionate you are about gameplay, so we
But he's
worked
missing
hard
the
to
FIFA.
shape and refine our vision for FIFA 19 with input
I'm so
from our
surprised
community.
that Battlefield was like
From
less
hands-on
than 10
testing
minutes.
beginners to detailed
And it was
feedback
just two
sessions
very
for
short
pros.
cinematics.
And we're going to be sharing a lot more about gameplay throughout the summer, but what I can tell you right now is that the quality
They're really doing
bar in
themselves an
gameplay was
injustice
raised
because
yet
the game
again
is
this year.
has so many amazing
So we
new
look forward
features,
to
and they're just not
everybody
talking about any of them or showing them. They're
experiencing
just like,
the game
hey,
on
here's the
hands-on
thing, look at the
sessions
trailer.
this week.
Yeah.
And
If they just
also, of
showed
course,
like
we're
1
extremely
minute of
excited
actual
for
gameplay, people
everybody
would lose
to
their
play
minds.
it when we launch
I
on
agree. Let me
September
get some
28th.
of that pillow over there.
And that's our FIFA 19 news, headlined by the UEFA Champions League. But I just wanted to take a minute to pause and reflect. Standing next to this
Yeah,
trophy
come on
is a
over,
little bit
JP. There's enough
surreal.
pillow. You're good.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna use my Battlefield
growing
shirt to
up,
cover me because I'm a
There's
little
two
cold too.
iconic trophies that every young player dreams of winning. And for your club, it's this one, the pursuit of Champions League glory. But for your country, it's this trophy, the World Cup.
Oh.
And with the tournament starting in just 5 days, we're excited for the world to compete for it in FIFA 18.
Wait, the World Cup starts in 5 days?
As you can imagine, all of us on the FIFA team
That's how much
can't
no one
wait
cares.
for
I
the
bet
start
no one
of
knows the
World
answer to
Cup.
that question.
And we want to
no
celebrate
one here,
the
but
FIFA
can chat
18
confirm?
players, which is why we've
does?
just updated the game with a free
shit.
World Cup experience on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PS, PC, and Nintendo Switch. But you can take Ronaldo and Portugal to their first World Cup victory. Or you can write your own story with some
I'm gonna use the
great
bathroom.
nations
That guy's
who
an
didn't
absolute
qualify
human.
this
Yeah,
year.
You might miss the action,
Or you
Cole.
can make a crazy dream a reality for
No
your
one's
home
stealing
country,
that
like
UEFA
mine,
Cup or whatever.
Iceland.
I was talking with Dan
Who
last
would have
night.
thought that a
I
nation
kind
of
of
only
want
350,000
when these game releases,
people would ever
or
qualify.
when these games release, like Madden and FIFA and all
you
that
can
stuff,
feel their
to just get a bunch of variety streamers that have never played, probably don't even understand the rules of the sports games, and just play a shit ton together to see if these games are actually good. Because I have
That would
zero
actually
opinion.
be kind of awesome.
Yeah, I have zero opinion
People
on
that
these
haven't
games.
been
Lena
playing
isn't the
FIFA
only one
games their
who's
entire
excited.
life.
Yes.
FIFA 18 players
I think it'd
are
be
loving
super
the
fun
World Cup experience so
for like
far.
a day,
But we don't want
and
to
then we never
stop there.
play
We
it.
want to invite
Again.
everyone to come and join the celebration. So I'm pleased to announce that for a limited time,
Oh,
FIFA 18
it's
complete
frustrating.
with the entire
Yep.
World Cup experience is available for a free trial on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and on PC through Origin Access. Yeah, you can download and play the entire game right now
Goes back.
for free. Yeah.
I'll
So
have
to
to
kick
fix
off
that
the
for
trial,
tomorrow.
we've got some
This
of the
is a
world's
test run.
biggest
It's fine,
creators
it's EA.
who are going to be playing live at the end of the show, representing their nations in a little mini World Cup tournament.
And this summer will bring so much more for FIFA fans. Plenty of FIFA 18 content centered around the World Cup, and we'll bring you all the details on FIFA 19. But in the meantime, let's all enjoy the World Cup. Thank you, and auf Ravistan!
What? Does that mean go? I don't want to say.
soccer! I think people that's that.
Go sports ball. That was German for go sports ball.
Was that German? Okay, I wasn't sure. I think she's really wanting Alta Vista to come back. She misses the old days, actually.
I haven't heard that word in 5 years.
They're bringing it back. EA is all about it. That was not German. It was Russian.
Good morning.
Well, I went with Sacriel because he's the Brit here.
FIFA 19.
Oh my God, it's the guy from The Matrix is
never
back.
rests. 20 million people from 60 countries
I love
playing
this
in
guy.
competitive leagues this year. Well, the
Oh, it's still
FIFA team never rests either, bringing the Champions League and the
It was
World
Icelandic?
Cup and so
Okay.
much other greatness to FIFA this year. We can't wait for you to experience
Really
it
wants
all.
to see that watch, huh?
We've got so
Yeah.
much to do
It's the
here today,
Merovingian.
but I want to welcome you to EA Play.
Good
it's our
watch.
third EA Play and our
I'm
second
entranced
one
by the
in
watch.
Hollywood. And
Oh,
we're
this guy's
couldn't be
probably
more
obsessed.
Now that
excited
I'm
to have you
looking
with
at
us
it, yeah,
to
it's a
share
nice
all the
nice
games
watch,
that we
dude.
have to show you. We've got lots to do, but before we
Can I get
move
that
on,
in a loot
I'd like
box?
to share just a couple of things.
Yeah,
The
you
greatest
can. Andrew
disruption to
Wilson
the
will sell it to
consumption
you.
of entertainment media in the last 5 years is the combination
There's so many like
of
bugs
streaming
on the because we've
plus
got two of our
subscription.
own, and then EA's
As
all over the fucking
consumers,
place.
watching movies, watching TV,
I'm gonna put the hype
listening
meter
to
on
music,
top of the
reading
EA
books
thing.
has never been easier.
Perfect.
And we believe that disruption is going to be have a profound impact
It's at
on
a
our industry
so
in the next
whopping
few
zero.
years.
It's
And so over the last
There we
couple of
go.
weeks, you will have
That
seen that
looks
we
great.
announced a new team from Israel.
You
has
should have
joined
made it so we can
Electronic
go
Arts
into the
to help
negative.
our investment to
Yeah.
extend our
Wait,
thinking and
the
extend
dev is
our
staring at it right now,
pioneering
so he can put
into
whatever he
this
wants
cloud
up
gaming
on
world.
Technically.
For many people, that's going to mean extending the experiences they already play on our partner platforms. For others, it's going to mean new games and new modalities of play across a whole variety of platforms.
Wait, what did he just
But
announce?
for everyone, it's going to mean
know.
playing games anywhere,
Kind of streaming
anytime.
service?
So this week we've got a tech demo running.
Like
all of our games
streaming?
in HD from the cloud to multiple devices that you'll be
Oh,
able to
does
try
that
out
website that did
yourselves.
this like 3-4
Now,
years
it's not
ago?
quite
right?
ready for
Yeah, what was it
full
called?
market prime time
It's
yet,
on
but
live.
it is a promise of what
On
we
live,
hope
that's
to
it, yeah.
bring you in the future.
I played like a Assassin's Creed on
The
it. It's actually
second
pretty
part
good
of that, of
considering
course, is
stream.
subscription.
Who did they buy?
And we started
Hold on, what?
subscription a number of years ago, and many millions of you have signed up and experienced
bought
the joy
Gamefly?
of being able to
What?
have full access
What?
to a great catalog of games.
They were the Netflix.
Today,
discs
we're
for a while.
announcing Origin
Yeah,
Access
they were
Premier.
extremely expensive. That's
So
all I
three
remember
things you
about
need to
them.
know about it.
Yeah, it was like
Origin Access Premier will bring you
$26 a
all
month
of our new PC games
for, like,
two
starting
games.
with
Crazy.
Madden NFL, back on the PC
and the
for
turnaround
the
time
first
was like a
time in over a
week.
decade.
So it was like, ugh.
Oh, it's called
Then
Origin
FIFA
Access.
19, Battlefield 5, and of course Anthem. And there'll be many more titles in the years to
Oh,
come.
that's some cool looking armor for Anthem.
Second, you get access to the Vault, our library of over 100 games from EA and other publishers. And third, it will launch later this summer. So that's a little later in the year, but if you want to get started right now and experience the benefits
I think they
and
were hoping
joys
for a
of
round of
subscription,
applause there.
come in and play a free
Yeah.
trial of Origin Access, our base subscription, this weekend. Thank you and have a great show.
What is this? Oh, this is the thing. I think the big announcement there is that Madden's going to be back on the PC through this. That's what they just... I don't know if I want to play an FPS streaming from the cloud. I don't
think that would work very well.
Yeah.
Like if I'm just playing like a indie game, like Inside, that's one thing, but trying to play Titanfall 2,
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Or even like a racing game. Like,
Unless they have like cloud-only servers where like you only go against other people in the cloud, so you all have the same advantages and disadvantages.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know how that'll work.
So you can all hate it together. Equally.
Everyone's bad.
Everyone's having a terrible time.
Hey, everybody. What's up? So I'm here sitting inside the crowd at EA Play.
Ah,
and
classic.
I just happened
Look at that
to
guy wearing the
find
6
Mr.
shades.
Vince Zampella here in the audience.
Oh, here we
for
go.
Respawn.
This is the Respawn
What's
CEO
going on,
guy
Vince?
I was
How you
talking
feeling
about.
today?
So maybe Star
I'm feeling
Wars?
great. I love this stuff. I love seeing new games.
I mean, someone's
A
super
guy in the middle
excited
is
about
so
that
happy.
man on PC, right? Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, look over their shoulders.
So, you guys
Yeah.
may have seen
Yeah,
that
he's just
like,
hey,
Vince
man,
was tweeting
I'm
yesterday.
here.
He's
And there has been
looking into my
a
soul,
bunch of
dude.
speculation.
is
So,
direct
you want to just
eye
get right to it?
Sure. I mean, we're not
I like
ready
the guy
to show
beside him.
all of our
He's just
stuff
like
yet.
really
We're
confused.
working on
He looks like he's about to
something
cry.
amazing. The team
Yeah, he's like, I didn't sign up for this.
But
I don't
He's
want
on
to
his
get
shoulder.
a little
Section.
tidbit. So we've been working with Lucas
Oh, here we
on getting the name and kind of the setting for what our Star Wars game is going to be, and we're going to talk about it right now.
Oh, you guys got any guesses? I bet you the
SWTOR
internet
2.
is going wild right now.
I hope so.
Co-police.
So the Star Wars name is Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh, generic,
Woo!
nice.
So Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it kind of gives you some idea that you'll be playing a Jedi.
No way, dude.
So does that mean I get to like hold a lightsaber?
Wait, is this all they're going to have on this?
So Vince, you got anything else?
Well, it takes place during the dark times. Trying to be a little vague.
How can
here,
you be
but
more vague?
When the Jedis are being hunted, so.
You
It's gonna
play
be
as a
okay.
Jedi
So for all
during
the,
dark
like,
time,
the
hold
hardcore nerds out there who want to know
lightsaber.
like where in the
Swoosh.
timeline, like what between which episodes.
This is such a horrible way to
Between
like
3 and
get
4.
people hyped about a
Okay.
fucking
All right,
Star
between
Wars
3
game.
and 4. That sounds like a
It's
nice
like a dude
time.
pitching an
Got
idea.
any other tidbits?
Yeah.
It's not a nice.
It's a dark time.
It's a dark time.
So I'm thinking we'll call it Jedi the Fallen
Bad
Order.
time. Does that mean this could just be all?
It's like they just
Hey,
put a
man,
bunch of
that
words on
sounds a
the
little
top.
generic. Do you think we should change that up at all?
All right, so I think people are
thinking
now
FIFA plus
anxiously want to
VR.
know, like, when can we
Oh,
play the game?
I like
It will
it.
be holiday
Kick
of
the ball.
next year, 2019, not this year.
So, sorry to dash any hopes.
All right, we have a
Man, now
negative
I
now on
want
the
FIFA.
hype.
Now I
we
want
know,
FIFA
we can set
VR. You just
expectations, we're
aggressively
all
kick
gonna be
soccer balls at
amped up,
people.
Oh,
and
no.
hopefully we'll
Oh,
hear
we are
from
negative on
more
the
from you
negatives.
maybe next year.
Oh yeah.
Well, Vince,
That guy in the middle is like Peter's
it was
Did
great
they
to see you. Thanks for
really
stopping by
just
the show
introduce
today.
a Star Wars
We do
game?
have a little
By-
bit more news on Star Wars, so I'm going to toss it over to Dennis.
That can't be it.
I'm blown away that that's how they introduced a new fucking Star Wars game from Respawn. Was by talking
Hello
the
there.
most generic
My name is
fucking
Dennis.
words of all
I'm
time.
Dice in Stockholm on Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm really happy and excited to be here today, so thank you so much for hanging out with me for a little
Bless
bit.
this guy, because
So,
man,
we
he's
launched our game in November of
Yeah.
last year.
Jesus.
He's just got a
Clearly, we
big
didn't
ass
get it
target on his
quite right.
head.
Okay, we need
Yeah.
security on
instead of
stage.
coming
Who's
out
this
of the
guy?
gates
I feel
like
real
we
bad for
really
this
wanted
guy.
to, we had to take a step back and make sure that we were delivering the game that our players really wanted. So
You can
we
tell he's the
decided to
guy that
completely
decided on the loot
overhaul
box stuff,
our
and they showed him all the
progression
hate it got,
system
and that's what it's done to
add a bunch of
him.
new
It's like
character
ruined his
cosmetics
life.
for players to collect instead. So from there,
He
we
used to
added
look
a new
so
look
much
mode
better.
inspired by
Yeah,
the
his hair
original
was
Battlefront games
groomed.
that I loved personally,
and
starting
everything.
with the
Then the
Ewoks
loot box
on
hate,
Endor.
and it's just
And
it's aged him by 20 years.
Thank you. It turned out to be by far the most popular update of the game, and the team loved
They
building
just showed the same
Ewok Hunt.
footage twice?
I'll probably just show
As you
a
might
5-second
know,
GIF.
It's on a
currently
It's on a
in
loop.
Han Solo
Yeah, they just
season
looped that.
with content from the movie
Roger, no one's
coming
paying
next
attention.
week.
It's okay. We're just.
It's headlined by the new
just put
planet
anything on the
Kessel,
screen.
a really dangerous place, and it features the return
I feel
of
like
one
they
of our
just
favorite
showed a
modes,
5-second
Extraction.
loop right there.
So looking forward a little bit, this summer
Oh,
we
cool.
will
Is that
be
Lando Calrissian looking
introducing
like,
a new squad system to
Childish
the
Gambino?
game, which will allow
Yeah.
you
I
to
think.
team
Like
up
from the new movie. That
much
looked cool.
easier and play with your friends. We're also
This is a loop.
adding a new
What year is
fighter
it?
mode.
We
focused
just
around
saw this.
Dogfighting with your
This
Are
heroes.
they having budget problems?
And
is
looking
weird.
at a little bit more,
Thousands
we will also
and
be
hundreds
delivering
of thousands
a
of
new
dollars, and you
large-scale
can't make a
multiplayer sandbox
2-minute
experience
gameplay
focused
loop.
around
Wait a second,
capturing
is this a
command
loop?
Posts
Yes.
Yeah.
and
It's
attacking
This is a loop.
and taking out
20-second
capital
loop.
ships.
Same
Wait,
footage.
guys,
That's
is this
all.
a loop?
Over and over.
We know that you have been asking for new heroes, villains,
Yes!
and planets.
It's the
from
same
a
20-second
certain era
loop.
that features a very iconic Star Wars conflict. So I'm excited to confirm that Battlefront 2 this year will be going deep into the Clone Wars.
We're going in the Clone Wars.
It's only fitting that we begin on the planet Geonosis, featuring multiple levels, including the largest level we have ever built for Battlefront. So let's talk about the
no
heroes and
applause there, buddy.
villains.
Keep going.
First, let me introduce
Oh, yeah, that's it. Grievous.
the most
go.
powerful droid, the leader of the most powerful droid army in the galaxy, General Grievous. And yes, he will be going up against my own personal favorite,
Obi-Wan.
Jedi Master
Let's go.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
If they don't add a
Finally
taunt to
making his
Obi-Wan, so he goes,
debut in
hello
Battlefront
there,
after all
I'm going to
these years.
be so mad.
So, but we're not done. That's not it. They will not come alone. Joining them is the Dark Lord and leader of the Separatist Alliance, Count Dooku, as well as
Not so much cheer
someone
there.
to bring balance to the Force, Obi-Wan's unruly Padawan.
I feel bad
Anakin
for him because he's like
Skywalker.
he pauses for applause and there is none.
Yeah.
Look, this guy's got
Team
the
at
hardest
home
job of
is
the fucking
extremely excited to be
entire
building all
E3.
these cool
You got to
things.
walk out there and have a
EA
face
and
for
DICE
Battlefront.
are
They chose
committed
this
to
guy.
Battlefront.
Like,
We had a rough start.
thank
but
God
I
he's got
really
pants
think
with
that this
pockets,
game has
though,
a
right?
bright
that's
future.
true. Yeah.
Thank you very much
I
for
didn't have
playing
pockets
the game,
to, like,
providing
mess
us with your
with.
feedback, talking to us.
Yeah.
Panicking
Together,
up there.
we will make this.
Can we just get a little bit of hype for just for this guy, not the game, just
there
for
would
this
be
guy?
no Battlefront without you.
He did
He's
it.
got some ground to
So
cover,
thank
man.
you. May the force be with you, and enjoy the rest of E3.
He
Thanks.
might make it into the positive.
Oh,
That's him.
hype for that poor boy.
Wait, what's
What
this?
is, this is something new, I think.
Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
here's okay. Unravel 2. Called it.
Yep.
That leaked.
Okay, is that guy going to come on and cry or not? What do you reckon?
I really hope he comes on.
He's gonna be like, it's sold so well, I had to make another one.
I forgot to load up the E3 bingo. I wonder if we have like a Yarny guy comes on and cries card.
How well did the one do? What was it called? Yarn.
It's Unravel. Unravel 1. I don't know how well it sold.
I think it did.
I mean,
really
it
well
obviously
on the-
did well
It was
enough,
like
but
It was like headlining the PlayStation Store. So I heard it sold decently there.
I never actually played it because it just looked like walking right
Wait, what the fuck
game.
was that?
Hi.
He's back.
It's really good to see you.
It's not the same guy, is it?
It is.
In
It is.
Unravel, we used yarn to symbolize love and the bonds between people. In our new game, we tear that bond up right at the start. You lose everything, including your spark. But when things are at their darkest,
Oh, this is
You
how they
find
announce
hope.
co-op.
and you form a new bond, and your spark is rekindled, and it leads you off on an adventure. So welcome to Unravel 2. It's a game about
Has he got
fresh
stitches
starts
tattooed on
and
his
second
fingers?
chances.
On his
These
what?
two little souls who refuse
Yeah,
to
he has
give up
stitches.
Well, it
and who
might
build
be
tattooed on his
something
fingers.
new and beautiful together.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
And the whole game is inspired by that spirit of optimism and togetherness.
Someone in the chat said,
You see,
sounds
it's
like
all
Destiny
made to be
2.
played
In
with
what
two
fucking
characters.
universe does this
You can play it
sound
alone,
like?
or you can play it in co-op with a friend. But there's always two characters there, sharing one yarn and working together to get through this
That's pretty cool,
adventure.
It's kind of like Twine.
This game,
Yeah.
it's quite
Yeah.
different from the first. It's
What's
both
that other one?
friendlier
Planet.
and more
They look
challenging.
so happy.
But above all, it's a lot more playful. And we think it's a worthy successor. And I want to show it to you now. So I brought some help. So please welcome Michael.
What was that
to the
game like a
stage.
few years ago where you're like a little sack boy?
So our producer at Coldwood.
And he looks
Little
like
Big
this.
Planet?
Little Big
Planet.
Planet.
Reminds me of that.
Yeah, that game is good. They made
And
3 of
we're
them.
going to try to show you a little bit of what I'm talking about how you can play the game in co-op with yourself, essentially.
So we brought
that
out
guy's
this
not
guy
impressed.
who has no friends. What?
Oh no!
Uh-oh, everyone.
Oh.
There we
That's
are.
definitely the dev part.
Thank you. Yeah, that looks nice.
So when you're playing it by yourself, you can essentially pick up the other character and carry them along through the more fast-paced segments of the game.
Do you not have any friends?
And we actually
That's
tried to
okay.
include a bit more of those because
Whoa.
we figured that since it's a
Is he
co-op
being
game,
attacked by
we wanted
grouse?
to have
That thing
more
looks
like
fucking evil.
thrill and danger and kind of wow moments. Places that were
Really
like
pretty.
fun and exciting.
Yeah, the graphics are very nice.
The depth of field is really cool.
And then when you
Yeah,
get
the game
to
looks
the more
nice.
puzzly areas like this, when you're problem solving, you can split apart into two and switch back and forth between the two characters. Because that's how we've essentially designed all the problems and puzzles of the game, that you're always working together and helping each other out and utilizing this bond between you to overcome any obstacle that you come across. So I guess I'll jump in.
Why didn't they both just go at the bottom in the first place?
I was gonna say, like,
So,
I don't
Because
see
the,
how
because
that
the
puzzle-
bird was there, so one of them had to distract the
I'll be
bird.
blue.
Did they say if this
Okay.
is online or local co-op? Did they
Celebratory
speak
flip.
to that yet? No one knows.
I don't think they've said.
And the bird is back.
Just that it can be co-op, but I don't know that we know
Playing it
online or
safe enough.
couch.
I would assume online,
I'll
but
swing. All right. Nice.
You would think
I'll catch
anybody
you.
who wants to sell a lot of their game would make sure it's
it's online. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Can I swing now?
Yeah.
Okay, you go ahead.
Oh wow, it really is a black grouse.
I think this looks kind of fun.
Okay, this is the scary
But it's
part.
one of those games that's just gonna be so fucking simple. Like, yeah, you grab the thing, I stand on the lever, you press the button. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not
It's
not
not
gonna
for
be
me.
like any sort of like actual like portal levels of puzzling.
The way they'll make this
Maybe,
good, they have a Little Big Planet map editor, and you can actually download like cool maps
Well
people have
done.
made and try them for the first time with people and speed run them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go up and distract the grouse. I'll sneak up here.
Oh, are they both playing now?
Yeah, yeah. He walked over there and started playing with him.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
your turn. Yeah, look at me. There you are. keep him over to the left. Now I'll go.
I kind of mercilessly want. I want to see the grouse mercilessly ravage one of these little fuckers.
Yeah, you want to see what a lose situation looks like?
Yeah.
Oh no, y'all are on the ground. That's where
Now we can
birds
breathe
live.
again. Yeah. Or can we?
The bird died.
Oh, you defeated the bird.
Someone shot the
Just
bird.
face plant.
So that's a
almost got
quick
it.
little look at Unravel 2. And
That's pretty cute. I can imagine kids loving a game like that.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Didn't
I
he
really
say the
hope
first
you
one
like
was
it.
inspired by his kid?
And
I think so,
before
yeah.
I go,
I think it was
just wanna
inspired
send
by
some-
the little
some love
yarn
to the
thing.
team back home because working on
Did he
this
make
game
for his
has
kid or
been
something like that? Yeah.
a completely amazing team effort in so many levels, and everybody has worked
Positive
so hard.
hype for
So
Unravel.
there's a bunch of us from Coldwood here, and thank
Lot
you
better than Battlefield,
those, and
or that,
thank you to everybody
Star
back
Wars
home. And
Yeah.
I mean,
you.
it's a nice game for the younger audience.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Anthem now? Nope, more yarn.
Anthem, they said towards the end, yeah?
We're going to see the intro again. Is it National Loop Day? And we don't know about it.
It's a 20-second loop.
I think we've seen this.
I feel like we have. But you know, we didn't hear it with music.
The graphics assets are definitely really nice. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
no, I'll definitely play this with someone. It'd be fun.
With Boo, maybe.
Yeah, I'll get Aaron's kid and we'll play through this together.
The little details like them tying the yarn actually look really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pleasant. That looks a little darker.
Kind of like a feel-good game.
Yeah.
That does actually look pretty cool.
Oh my god, it's a swan.
Thank you, Martin, and the brilliant team at Coldwood. The game is really strong. These guys have done an amazing job, and it's clear that they have a lot of passion, and I can't personally wait to play Unravel 2 with my kids. But what's even more amazing is that we will make Unravel 2 available to everyone today.
Oh,
yeah.
Whoa.
There you go.
Right.
Oh, didn't see that coming.
You'll be able to take these two yarnies on their next big adventure starting today. The game is finished.
They can't use the word yarnies. That's
Oh, wow.
our word.
It's out.
Oh, that's awesome.
I wonder if you have to use their cloud service to
So
play
thank you, Martin, and thank you to the team at Coldwood. Back in 2015, we started on this journey with the original Unravel to seek out the most creative, independent developers and bring them into our EA Originals program. It's been our way of helping these creators bring their unique games.
Is this the
to the
typical
world and
like
to tell their stories.
big company? We care
And last
about
year,
the
if you remember,
indie
Joseph
people
Fares was
segment.
This will be the
on
indie
stage
section,
representing
yeah.
his team at
Yeah,
Haze
yeah.
Light and The Way Out.
I mean, A Way Out was
And I
good.
think we all kind of
Way Out was
remember
really
that.
good.
And you might even remember him from the Game Awards as well. I think I did.
Was that the game that went?
in
That
March,
got the
that
game that went
caught
mental?
fire.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's what they just referenced,
It's
yeah.
fun, and it's something fresh and new, and you all loved it. We saw over
Wasn't
2
he like
million players
overrunning?
in the first
And they were like,
week.
"Get off stage," and he's like,
And
"No,"
A Way
and he
Out
just kept
is such a
talking.
huge
Yeah.
success
Yeah,
that
pretty much.
Joseph and
Jeff
his team
Keighley was not happy.
are
He just stole the
expanding
show.
and moving into a new studio. So stories like this drive our industry, and it's why we will continue to work with independent developers to help them realize their dreams. Which leads us to our next EA Originals title, from a little game studio in Berlin called Joe My Games. When I met this team and I saw the game, I
Here's
was
something
instantly
new.
drawn to how personal this story was. It's one that carries a very powerful and important message, and it's unlike anything we have ever done. So please welcome Connie Gepper to the stage from Joe My
That
Games.
guy's had
to tell
loads
you
of
more
body language
about
coaching.
Sea
Whenever he
Solitude.
points, he does the thumb thing instead of pointing.
Right.
Sea of Solitude.
Huh. Whoa.
I haven't heard of this.
Thank you,
Oh.
Patrick.
They didn't have a light on her.
I still remember during the pitch how enthusiastic Patrick was, and
Whoa, that's bright.
afterwards,
That
like
looks cool.
our whole team, including me, were super excited. It actually feels a little bit the same right now. I'm pretty excited, maybe a little too
Yeah,
excited.
you do sound too excited.
Thank you. We are Yomai, a small indie game studio from Berlin, and we are developing Sea of Solitude, or SOS as we call it. The whole journey from the very first concept to actually becoming a part of EA Originals is simply amazing. Let me tell you more about our game. When humans get too lonely, they turn into monsters. This is at the core
I haven't
of
gone out.
everything you will see, hear, and hopefully feel
You're a
while
monster,
playing
JP.
SOS. What makes this underlying concept so important and so unique is that nearly every human being can at least somehow relate to or remember the feeling of being lonely. In my case, I started writing the story when I felt the loneliest in my life. I think
We're all
as an
lonely.
artist, you process your emotional world by letting it out and putting it into your art. I'm still amazed how like the concept seems to just float out of me like right into the hand and onto the paper. I think this is also why so many people can instantly connect with the game, because it's not a made-up story, even though that it takes place in a fantastic setting. In SOS, we try to show how people experience different kinds of loneliness, but also how outsiders, friends, and families see those
I hope we
who
get to see some
struggle.
gameplay of this.
We
No,
achieve all
that
this
boat,
in
that is
playful
the
ways
gameplay.
So that
That's the loop,
players
dude. Enjoy the loop.
who wants to
It's the
simply
day-night
enjoy a
cycle.
fantastic
Somewhere here.
experience can do so. But player
I mean,
who
that
wants
looks
to look
really
a
pretty.
bit deeper can
does look
I don't
nice.
know why, but
reveal
I just like
a whole
flooded environments.
emotional
Yeah.
world beneath it all. Sea of Solitude is about a young woman named Kay who is suffering from such strong loneliness that her inner feeling, the darkness, the anger, the hopelessness, worthlessness, turns to the outside and she becomes a monster. The game is about finding out why this happened to her, but also how to turn her back into a human. Ultimately, the goal is to bring all those emotions into balance. Some needs to become bigger, some would be better off a little smaller, but
Don't laugh, guys.
to
Don't laugh.
embrace even
Uh-oh.
your destructive
I'm all
part
alone.
or
I'm
your
just out
self-doubt
here by myself.
in
I'm
the
gonna turn
same
into a
way
monster.
you embrace your joy or your hope. This is what being human is all about. And that's what our game is all about. Thank you.
Here we go. Okay.
Is this real?
Whoa.
This world that I live in is empty and cold. The loneliness cuts me and tortures
Holy
my
shit.
soul.
That was cool.
I'm no child of destiny and no fortune's son. I've just chased you so long now, I'm too weak to run.
Music's cool too.
A new day is here.
I really like the aesthetic.
Yeah, this looks actually pretty cool.
Alone in my
If not also a little terrifying.
I really like that. That was great. I don't
Dude,
even play
that
single
looks
games.
great.
Like, I play games and it was good.
That looks cool.
I'm interested.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh, back to sports ball.
Fuck yeah, here we go. Sports.
The only one.
Woo!
We are the one. We can shut you down and we can put you on an island. Crossover.
That last game, is that our highest hype so far?
It is, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Keep track of the highest hype, the conference.
Yeah, Barry will. I think Barry's gonna send us some stats after this.
Awesome.
It's like 6.5, right?
I'm still kind of blown away with how little they showed for Battlefield.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
Like,
and how they told us about that Star Wars game. Both of those are really bizarre.
I'm gonna turn it down a little bit.
They
Yeah.
could have gone so far with that. Like, think of like a new Jedi Knight or some kind of RPG coder stuff. Like, there's so many things that project could be.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not developed, it's not developed, and they can't show it, right? But that's just an odd
Like,
way to.
there's no reason to announce something that's not even ready to be.
Yeah, that seemed like
announced
a. That definitely seemed like a. What was that, Co?
It was like an elevator. There was no content. It was just a guy like, yeah, so these 5 sentences would be pretty cool as a game.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That definitely seemed like the hey, Disney wants to see something new with Star Wars, so make it happen.
Pretty much.
Some folks are saying that maybe we'll hear more about that project in Xbox show.
I mean,
it's a big night
Maybe.
for young
I feel like if they were going to, like, I feel like if they were going to do something like that, they could at least, I don't know, show something. Like, just even like if it's like 10 seconds.
Concept art, anything.
You have to
just
do
say what
something
kind of
other
game.
than just like talking to some dude in the bleachers about, hey, you know, it'd be really cool for a Jedi game if you were like a Jedi. And it was in the dark times.
Dark times.
And that's the idea that I got from my game. Please buy it.
Yeah.
This is some weird eat.
If you can say everything you know about a game, if you could write it on the back of a napkin, don't tell me about it yet. That's a rule of thumb.
It's not even in the back of a napkin. You could just like jot it down on your hand.
Oh god, they brought out their esports champion.
Yeah, they
Young
brought out
Kim.
their boy.
That guy is fashion.
Oh, the white guy survived the handshake. Good job.
Yo, his pants are out of this
Hi,
world.
everybody. I'm Juju Smith-Schuster.
You are
from Pittsburgh
hosting a
Steelers.
show. What
As
could
you
you
guys can
possibly
see,
need to
king
bring
of
in a bag on
touchdown
your back?
celebrations. That's pretty fire. I like that a lot.
That is kind of a good point.
As you guys know, this is Young
Cute.
Kid.
It's got like the biggest
Okay.
mic
Madden
battery in the world.
18, Madden champion. Like, give it up for Young Kid, y'all. Give it up.
Give it up for young kid, y'all.
Young Kim?
Young Kid. How has it been? You know, your success and your path, you know,
I
to where you're
can't
at today.
like stop staring at his clothes.
I've always been a
Yeah.
competitor.
So vibrant.
When I was
Yeah,
in
that
high
guy's
school, I
nailing
was
it
playing
in the
baseball. I
fashion
hurt my arm.
Oh,
So then I picked
itmeJP.
up Madden, and at
Gesture from
first,
chat.
I was
What
really
if we
bad. I was getting
reset
blown
the
out
hype meter
online, but
every
I kept at it. I put
time we
more and more
switch
time
products
into it.
in the show?
Eventually, I made my first tournament,
Yeah.
but I had a big decision. It
Well,
was the same
I
time
think
as
it
my
has like a
graduation.
minute delay, then it starts ticking
Wow,
back. So
okay.
it definitely
So the key
like
to be
goes back
number
to
one
zero over
player
time.
in Madden is to hurt your arm in baseball.
But when you're getting as many,
That's number
you
one.
know,
Number two,
resident
you said you
sleepers
had the
as we're
decision
seeing.
to go to your graduation
Yeah.
or go to the tournament. So,
Yeah.
like, what did you
I
do?
mean, let's just ask the chat
chased
real
that
quick.
money. I still got my
Chat,
diploma, but I
resident
chased that
sleeper
money.
or hype? How we
Yo,
feeling
we're
right now,
chasing money.
guys?
Get a
That's
crowd
awesome. Okay,
on
now the past
or get a
few-
mic on
you know,
Brood,
the
take him
past
to the
few
crowd.
years, how has it been for you? I know you had some ups and downs.
It's been
How
tough.
is this
I've had a lot of crowd
relatable
sitting
for
next to
anyone
us.
in
I've
that
been so close
crowd?
many
And
times.
It's-
I
made the
just
final on
It's so
TV and
weird
got
seeing people
blown
try to
out.
incorporate
All those
esports into their
losses made me
like
gain a lot of
conference
mental
stuff.
toughness, and that's
Like
how I
this
got
is
this
not the
belt.
place to do this.
That's awesome. That belt is
But they
so
always
amazing.
always
There's a lot
do
of,
some
you know,
kind of an
pain.
interview.
Not just
That belt.
esports.
And I
Go ahead.
Well, today, EA
I was gonna
Play,
say I
you know,
understand
first look
having
at
somebody
the
like
Madden
Pele
19
on,
trailer.
right?
Super
Yeah.
excited.
But
It's
like
gonna be so
I think
fun.
in
It's
this
lit.
situation,
I honestly wish I can stare at you and
there's
talk to you guys forever. but I'm not
most
gonna bore
people
you
who are
guys.
watching
We're
this
gonna
right
go
now are
out.
like, I don't know
I'm
who
trying
this
to take
kid is.
belt, you know, round two.
I
So,
guess it's
yeah.
to be like you could be this kid. You could play Madden and participate.
Yes, you
And-
could be the next young Kiv.
Yeah, and esports.
You've worked your whole life to get to moments like these. To the very
Also,
top of the
Baru, I'm gonna have to fine you for hype meter manipulation. All right, that's you know,
corruption.
That's fine. I'll take it.
Okay, all right.
What's the going rate? Is it like a bit per
Yeah.
per vote?
I'll have my people talk to your people. We'll
It's
get
all
a
good.
statement out there in the coming days. And
All right, everyone, I need you to not resident sleeper anymore. Please stop.
no, that's more. You're being fined more. Just stop.
Per resident sleeper, stop.
But about all the moments that got you here.
Does this look a bit dark?
Yeah.
No, it looks fine on my end.
Why do they all sound like they're made of wood when they hit each other?
That's supposed to be bones crunching, I think.
I mean, that looks
Although
pretty
it does sound like a bunch of 2x4s just like going at it.
Or will you define the moment?
Animation-wise and everything, that looks really pretty. Doesn't is Madden using Frostbite?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, and it uses Euphoria engine as well for the AI physics thing, which is cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Anthem.
Now's the time to bring out something good.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Nathanius.
Holy shit, it's
professional
Nathanius.
Here alongside
What's he doing there?
Studios
I used to
General
cast with
Manager
this
Michael
motherfucker. What the
Martinez.
fuck is he doing there?
I'm super excited.
This
about
is
it.
podcasting, right?
We're gonna do
Could
this
not tell if
presentation
you
a
knew
little
him
bit
or if you
differently
had
and give you your
no
first
idea
look.
who he
No,
was.
no, that was a sincere. What the fuck is Nathanius doing
We're
there?
not.
Winner take all, head-to-head match. Michael,
Are they
tell
gonna
us the
cast a Madden?
Sure thing. The objective is straightforward. Destroy.
Okay, I'm
the
straight up
opponent's
going to
base
bed
win.
if they were casting
Unit
Madden.
control, super simple. Just
Wait.
tap the destination.
I got my
unit
pillow ready.
automatically moves there.
What the?
The
Wait.
most efficient way
What
to
the-
destroy the opponent's base.
They
is
introduced
with
this while we were
giant
talking?
Nuclear missile in the center of the map.
Is this
Control
XCOM
the
Madden?
missile by standing on a majority of the control points.
What in the
A bar
what the
fills
hell?
up while the missile is
There is a
possessed.
missile
Whoever
now.
controls the missile When the bar fills
Wait,
up,
have they turned Madden into a MOBA?
What is
takes
going on
2
here?
missiles to destroy
Wait.
the enemy's base and
I
win.
mean, I am
That's it.
down.
Sounds great.
That's Tiberium at the bottom, look. That's Tiberium. Like,
Is
this?
Is this
Frozen again.
football?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have an awesome matchup lined up.
I'll just
for you
say
here
it right
today.
now. I will
Fighting for
play
the blue
Madden
side of the
19
room.
if we
Please
replace the
give a cheer
football
for
with a
one of the
missile.
most formidable RTS players there is. Make some noise for In Control.
Hey, Jeff said
what?
Yeah, in controls there. Scott just said that in the chat.
Oh,
Let's go, Jeffy boy.
here he is. What a sweet boy.
His
big teddy
opponent, fighting for the red side of the room, a competitive mobile gaming phenomenon. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Nick at Night.
By the way, just in case anyone doesn't know, Jeff, the guy that's out there, he's a streamer on Twitch. He's awesome. He plays StarCraft 2 all the time.
He's
You should
so
definitely-
lovely. Everyone
He's a
should
really
follow
cool
him.
dude.
It's going to be a real clash of these gaming
And he has a
styles,
doggo
these
cam,
competitive
for
backgrounds
those
that these
inviting-
players have. It should be a great
Totally.
match.
It really is. I can't wait.
All right, are the players ready? Let's get this thing going.
Ready to go.
Oh, wow,
Ready to go?
we're really
Let's do
doing
it.
this, aren't we?
All right,
We're doing
This
this.
is a
We are doing a
really,
head-to-head, shoutcasted.
It's a good genre.
this is
Madden
a weird
X.
way to
Excited
do
as
this,
players are
man.
loading in
This is
and we are
super
ready
weird,
to
dude.
Match. Here we go.
face off. The players' bases have been deployed, and the action begins like any strategy.
Look, that's literally a Tiberium Hobbit.
This is Command and This is what Command and Conquer is in 2018.
Crazy.
Now the infantry is going to come out to hold that top point. Both players, of course, trying to take that
This is
position. Nick and Knight being able to
weird.
reach it a little bit first in a strategy game. That flank position that In Control is going for on the top side, also very important as Nick and Knight's forces have to circle around the center.
Right. Let's see if he's able to create a 2-on-1.
Yeah,
Is he able to
get some
there?
camera on their
Looks like he's
thumbs.
getting
We
there.
need to see that.
That's
The
right.
intense.
GDI with,
Need to
Rhino
catch the moves,
rip
man.
up
Learn
those
how to play.
Yeah, going for the anti-infantry, and like any strategy game,
It looks like
Oh
he's
my
been biting
God.
his thumbs.
when
You
you deploy
tap
them will have a
to
huge
play the
impact. Your
game?
micromanagement of your forces and
Oh
protecting
my
enemies.
Yep.
God.
Attack bikes in the top.
Yeah, someone in chat just nailed it. This is the
In Control
final
placing
death
the
of
turret
Command
on
and
the top
Conquer
right
right here.
side to help cover that Rhino as attack bikes move towards the northwest position.
Is
You
it-
can
this
see that
isn't
the
actually
missile
branded
is
a Command and
beginning
Conquer,
to
is it?
ready and
I mean,
firing.
that's
The
Tiberium,
most
and those.
important objective on the map is to hold those
I never heard a
control
game
In
name
Control
because I think
making
we
a
were
lot of
talking
progress
over
on
it,
that far
but
right side of the map.
We were talking too much shit.
It's called
Great
In
job of holding that
Control.
down with the turret, and now he's deploying his vehicles to the south side, bringing out more infantry to deal with the attack bikes. And as that economy ramps
Yeah,
up,
that
of course,
definitely
we're
looks like
seeing
Command and
bigger, more
Conquer
powerful
stylings to
units
me.
come out.
Yeah,
We
the
have there
nod,
drill
actually, now
pod
that-
coming
yeah,
in the left
you
side
mentioned
to
it,
help
right,
flank
the red one.
those
Oh
My
my
flankers.
God.
right, absolutely. Again, those are going to tear through those.
Look how much
My childhood is like
Control
raging
got his
inside
first
right now.
tank.
Like, what
Maybe
have they
the
done?
Conquer got enough to see itself as the ultimate villain.
I feel like the screen real estate could have been proportioned a little bit better here because we're seeing about 33% right now.
See if
I like
Like
this,
16
like,
really.
giant red section
does contest the missile
Yeah.
on the top and
yellow
bottom of
position.
the screen.
Yeah, very important, of course, blocking the pathing of those units is another big factor for this strategy. Holding those locations
This
is so
is-
crucial as In Control begins to
Yeah,
secure
whatever
the northwest
whatever your
spot. Another
preferred
tank's gonna
method
come
of
out from
respects
Nick
is
and Knight
F
to take it
or
out.
a
But now he's
salute,
bringing out the
Command and
pistols as well
Conquer.
to help lock
It's
down
been
that
a-
north
it's been
position.
good.
This missile is
Your
very,
franchise
very close
has
to
come- it's
firing.
been good.
Let's see what's going to happen.
With another turret, In
this is
Control
it.
flanks, he
This is-
takes the top, that missile.
This is Command and Conquer.
Wow.
This is it. This is where we are.
One shot away from being knocked out here. As the next one will start to ready up in just a moment.
Like, I'll be
Control's
honest.
Very heavy artillery force and doing a great job at taking
I
control
can't
of the
tell
map.
what's going on, and I couldn't care
See,
enough to
as
know
more
what's
of Nick and
going
Knight's
on.
forces move up towards that north position. Those harvesters, of course, very crucial, very important to protect those. As your economy allows you to get these big late game units, the units are going to come out a bit more slowly as you
Now,
get
the
more
only
of them
thing I'm
on the
thinking of when I'm
field.
looking at this is
In Control, just
how are
spreading
they
his
going to
forces out,
charge
trying
the
to hold
user?
this advantage that
Is
he's
this
had
going to be
so
like
far.
buy little
Nick and
packs
Knight
of
is trying to
cards
get
that
in
have
there, but there's a
bonuses? Are they
great
going to be
turret
loot
placement
boxes?
from
Like,
Control.
all of
Blocking
these
them
mobile
ripping
games
through
have
again
gimmicks.
those
And I
infantry.
wonder what gimmicks are going to be in this.
Now moving his
I mean,
team
yeah,
forward.
they have to make money somehow, so.
Yeah, bring in the flank, of
I'm-
course.
I'm
This
still-
amazing damage.
This is
Infantry
upsetting
help to
that this
clean
isn't
that
a
out.
conference. This
Meanwhile,
should not
two
be
more
here.
tanks coming
This
in.
should be
Some Nick and Knight
post-conference
trying to
shit.
secure
This
the
should
position.
be
Brings up the laser infantry on the
something you
south side
show
as well.
on your
Deal
own
with that
channel
tank. Going for counters.
later.
But
in the-
again,
See what your
no,
opponent
this
is doing and make
this
the
is
proper
just just like what you're saying with the sports stuff.
Nick and Knight cruising
It's
around,
like, this
thinking
is not
about
for
harassing
us,
these
but it
harvesters,
does
coming
make a
around
lot
the
of money.
for those rhinos. Looks like he's really pressing it.
Yeah, mobile game. I bet Tencent are
That
making
missile
it
is
with them or
starting to
something.
get close to
Wow,
firing
look at
with
this.
3 zones in control for Nick and Knight.
Yeah,
looking to set things back the other way. In control trying to rally his
Man.
forces around. He doesn't want to engage with just one
This
or
is
two
going
units. He
on.
wants
This
to
is the
move all of
longest
them
segment, I
together,
think, thus
create a
far
good flank position
of
to
the
take
conference.
over that
Imagine if
tower.
we were
We're
watching
seeing the
Battlefield
first
5
net
multiplayer instead of
units
this.
From in control. This is the Wolverine. Gonna rip, and this
Or
is what, watch
Anthem
out, this
gameplay.
missile
And Nick and Nice fire
Like
that
I don't understand the drive here.
Next missile wins. Let's see what happens.
We'll have control. The Wolverines, as you pointed out, for In Control coming out to try and deal with these forces.
Were there many people
But,
saying like,
Nick
I
and
wish I
Knight's
could
done a
play
great
Command and
job getting
Conquer on my
that presence,
phone?
and now also
Is that a big
harassing
market?
the
I think
opponent.
there's a lot of people saying I'd love to
Okay, we
play
got
a new
first
Command and
Mammoth tank
Conquer.
on the board.
I don't think this is how
If
though.
Big Control can get this,
I would play
some serious
hell
damage.
of a new.
Yeah, give me some Tanyas and some fucking V2 rockets and let's go.
Wow.
Let's bring back Kane of Fifth Time.
Yeah.
Do it, man.
In Control just needs to hold
This missile is nearly.
I'm a clone or something.
Also, if Jeff
Where's he
loses
gonna
here,
go? Is he gonna be able to get it off?
Got it back.
He wins. There it is.
Gonna take it. Defeating
Okay,
Nick
Jeff
and
wins.
Nick
All right.
won.
Nice job, dude. Nice job.
Good
Good job,
victory.
Jeff.
Amazing.
And
We
yes,
watched your
for-
fingers
for-
for most
Thank
of
you so
that.
much. That was awesome.
Good fingers,
Any
good
thoughts,
fingers.
guys?
I just came to make mammoth tanks, so I've done my job. Yeah.
Absolutely, that was awesome. We saw a little bit of everything right there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's hear it for Nathanius, Nick and Knight, and In Control.
are they gonna tell us the game name now?
Ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw was the worldwide reveal of Command and Conquer
Oh
Rivals.
my god.
It actually is called Command. No.
Rivals reimagines the real-time
No.
strategy experience for mobile.
Can I get another
We're giving
salute?
players
Can I get another
continuous
salute?
control of their armies.
Another round
Double
of
down, double down.
Competitive head-to-head
That was
matches
actually
that are
Command and
fueled
Conquer,
by
everyone.
skill and strategy.
I am so
Rivals will be
sorry.
coming to iOS and Android devices, but I'm excited to announce that Android players can play the pre-alpha.
Or any crying emote that you have.
So head to the Google Play
Stung
Store.
a little bit.
search
Like
Command
when I
and Conquer
saw,
Rivals.
when I heard
Studios been
Command,
having
I was
an
just
absolute
like,
blast playing this game.
No.
And we can't wait.
And then you heard and Conquer at the end of it, and you were like, no.
oh.
I bet it'll do well though.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it's a mobile game.
Here we go. What's this? What's this?
Wait, I think this is a cinematic trailer for that game.
Oh, this is a yes. You're right. That's exactly.
Oh,
what
come
this is.
on. Really?
They spent more on this fucking trailer than the game.
And they did the game designer who made that game.
I was really excited for a second. I was like, oh man, this looks like it could be a real game. Oh, it's just that thing that we were just watching.
Man, yikes.
The thing is, okay, imagine you started with this, the cinematic, right?
And then went to the mobile.
Oh,
And then you went to the actual game.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Get everyone hyped for an actual new CNC
Yeah.
game, and then drop that. Oh my god.
Oh, and there we go. That see,
that's the bit
I
that
really
breaks your
love
soul.
the Otis game. Look at that. I really love how they were trying to make it look more actiony by spinning the thing as they were zooming in. Like you would do. Oh,
Wow.
that doesn't even
Command
deserve a
and Conquer.
resident
There were
sleep.
two face reveals in that felt really
Now,
pointless.
before we
Yeah.
close the show
Yeah.
with a
The
spectacular
girl took off her
epic
mask, and I was
anthem,
like,
I wanted
"Why
to
did you
share a
need to
few
do that?"
final things.
Yeah, who are you?
I'm blessed.
We don't
to
know
be able
who
to
you
work with
are,
some of the
but
most
why?
Creative people.
This is
on
the
And then he
Mer-
lifts his hood
who
and
come
it's just
to work
like,
every day to create amazing entertainment.
why?
And what I can say about all of those teams, and what I can say about
Anthem's
us, is that
after
we are
this, I know that,
always
but-
trying to
Showcase only an
learn
hour?
and listen
I guess.
and strive
Yeah,
to be better.
I guess.
And so, as you look at the 10 experiences that you're going to see today, and as you play games this week, there's some things we hope come through. First, that at the very core is choice, is that you as players get to choose how you play, what you play, when you play, and what devices you play on. That in making those choices, you feel you are treated fairly. That no one is given an unfair advantage or disadvantage for how they choose to play. That for
Wait, what?
every
No,
moment
that's
you
the
invest,
whole
we know
point.
that you put so much of your life into the games we make, and that
I
for
think
every
he's
moment that you invest,
trying to remind
you
people
feel
that
like
EA
you are rewarded
are
and you are
people.
given value.
I
for
think
that
that's the
investment.
goal of this.
And most
Like,
importantly,
he just
that the
said
games
like
are
you
fun,
shouldn't be punished for
that
how
we
you
move
play. It was
past
just
the
like,
grind, and that these are
Wait, what?
experiences that truly
Oh my god!
enhance your life.
Someone just tweeted me. Someone just tweeted me.
And so,
Did
as we
this
think
guy
through
change
all the
shirts
things that we're
twice
trying to
during
do,
the conference?
know
Wait,
that we
did
wanna
he?
be better.
Was he
And
Lady
we wanna
Gaga?
make great games.
I think there
And
was a
that
wardrobe
as
change
much as we
twice.
love making games,
What? This is
and
the
as
same thing he
much
was
as
wearing
you love
before,
playing them,
Is it?
right?
Maybe
there's
this person's
something that is even
okay.
greater
Maybe
that
I'm
we can do
completely
together.
out, or maybe this
The
person's
power
completely
of
out of
this
their mind.
community, when we come together to do amazing
They all
things,
do
is
somewhat look
profound.
alike.
Because we
Last
pointed
weekend
out
was
his
the
watch,
third
and then I
year
became
of our Play to Geek
Okay,
program,
you're
like
right.
where we
interested
showed
in
the
his whole
world
wardrobe.
how
So
the
Okay, it's
power
the
of
same shirt.
play can be a positive force for social impact.
Or no, he was in a red
Millions
shirt.
of you out there
He did change.
participated in 9 in-game
Oh man,
that was the crazy guy.
we're gonna have to get
games,
down to
working
wardrobe
millions
swap
of
gate
hours
after
in
this. I
support
gotta figure it
of
out. We gotta go back in
And to
the.
celebrate that, we contributed a total of $1 million to 3 charities that share our vision for a more inclusive world. A world where representation and equality are not something we strive for.
EA have
they are the
partnered with
standards.
Bully
And
Hunters.
where
No!
bullying and exclusion
Oh, no.
are not an
No.
everyday. These three
Oh, my God.
organizations, the United Nations He for She, Pace's National Bullying Prevention Center, and Ditch the
No.
Label, an anti-bullying
Don't do it.
organization, all are doing great work, and we're proud to support them through Play to Give. And thank you for your support. Thousands of us at EA and millions of you together doing immeasurable good because we love games. Thanks for being with us, and thanks for the incredible privilege of making games for all of you. Now, without further ado,
All right, here's
let's take a
Anthem.
look at Anthem.
Please be good.
Please,
Don't-
fucking Christ, be good.
Please don't just show
flop
up
like Destiny.
Do you guys think we're gonna get fake
our world in
chatter,
chaos,
or no?
creating,
I hope not. I hope they realize it.
altering,
This looks more cinematic, story-based.
destroying. The anthem is all that remains.
We've seen this.
I'm curious about this, Chad. Hyper Resident Sleeper. What do you guys think of Anthem?
They're kind of split right now.
Walls can't protect us forever.
Still the negative. Oh no, we just went over. Graphics are good, but so far it just looks like every other Destiny style game,
Graphics
right?
and armor design. Armor design is
Yes, I love the way
Yeah,
level, especially if that stuff changes as you get
Ooh,
gear.
super
Like,
framey.
oh yeah.
Something is out there.
The game looks beautiful.
Destroy us all.
Show something meaningful.
I think this is in game.
It said in-game engine at the very beginning.
Whoa, that was a big fucking mech. Are they really using
Awesome
this
music
song?
choice. I think that's cool. I like that song.
Oh, that guy was fucking
Hey,
sick.
guy.
Hey, Zeke got his big monsters. That's what Zeke wanted.
Oh, we all play.
Really it?
It's hard to say, but
I think that's all. Like, I want Anthem to be good.
Oh yeah.
So are we getting gameplay now?
Oh,
Oh shit!
back there.
I saw
There was
some,
numbers.
Maybe they'll save it for one of the console.
They might save it for a console specific. Either Microsoft or Sony.
How cool was
Oh.
that trailer?
So she said at the beginning that she was going to sit
a
down and
couple
play
times.
some
It's so
with
cool
some
every
devs,
time I
I
see
think.
it. So I know all of you, like me, have had tons of questions about Anthem since last year because we're all BioWare fans. So we're going to do something a little bit different for the rest of the show, and we're going to take a deep dive into Anthem. So I'm going to bring up some members of the BioWare team to chat with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm
this could be
welcome
good.
to Casey Hudson, Mark Dara, and Kathleen Rutzart.
Wait, Casey? I haven't heard that name in a while.
All right, thanks guys. Thanks for coming out today. Just got a little game to show, right?
Casey like literally
It's gonna be very
disappeared after
exciting.
Mass
So
Effect
Casey,
3.
we're gonna go ahead and just jump right in and get started with you. So now we know that you all started, or Casey, you started your career at BioWare way back in the day, but you took a couple years off. But before you came back, you actually worked on Anthem before you left.
Yeah, that's right. So, you know, first of all, it's amazing to be back. It's awesome.
It's
to be
kind of
making
crazy how much
games for BioWare fans.
the
You know, we have the
Nintendo
best fans.
Treehouse
so
stuff
it's
from the
been
past
super
couple of years has
satisfying to
influenced all these other
come back to it, and
conferences.
you know, I just want to be able to continue the legacy of the studio, and that's kind of where it started with Anthem. Is just thinking about, you know, what is the
There's our
evolution of a
gameplay.
BioWare game?
Yeah.
And
Ooh,
we
speaking
wanted
of
to
gameplay,
create a brand
Nvidia
new
just tweeted
world
out
to discover,
video of
a whole
multiplayer
new
in
world of
Battlefield 5.
story and character.
Oh, nice. there
we
you
also
go.
wanted
We'll check
to
that
Like
out
2 minutes
that
on
it
it.
was, you know,
Yeah.
more of a dynamic
We'll
and
definitely
living
look at
world, a game that would change every time you came back and played it. We also wanted to do something where, you know, if you wanted to invite your friends into it, then you could do that as well. So that was really the initial vision of the game. Not an
Was she
MMO,
just
not a
showing
multiplayer
the
game with
Windows
stories sort of
lock
bolted on the
screen?
side. but something new and different. And I think the team has really captured that vision over the years.
Your fans really love the stories from
What'd we miss,
BioWare,
Go?
but I think we're kind of curious
About what
how
the
you're
game
planning
was.
to make story work in this shared world.
So a great story for BioWare is really about characters that you can have a connection with, choices you get to make, and feeling like the story is about you. In a lot of multiplayer games, those things get diluted because you're mixing multiplayer and storytelling into the same areas. Now you can build a solution to that, but you have to really build it into the core of the game. And that's what we've tried to do with Anthem. It's what we call our world, my story. So when you're out in the open world, the world is really dangerous and you're focused on your mission. And this is where other players get to play with you. The thing that's really interesting about this, it's unique for Anthem, is that this is a living shared world. So whether there's weather or it's nighttime, what we're experiencing, we're experiencing together. Everyone
Anthem, the game, or Anthem Games Twitter just tweeted out that it comes out February 22nd, 2019.
It's a shared world that we all experience
That's
together.
a long ways away, but
when I
at the
finish
same
my
time,
mission, I come back to a base like Fort Tarsus.
God, that looks so good.
And
That
this
does look
is
good.
a single player.
See, but
I turn in my.
Rami made a good point. Like, how much of this is just a thing that you're going to see a billion times,
And this is where
or how much
your
of that was
story really
controlled?
lives and breathes.
What I understand,
And
it's
by
free
doing it
flying.
this way, we're able to
I think that's what they
combine
said, is that
impact
you
and
have free
agency
flying.
of
You
a
can just
single-player
go
story
wherever.
With the fun
Well,
of
I hope
teaming
it's
up
like
with your friends to play
the new
co-op
God
in
of War,
combat.
where you have a
And we're
bunch of
also
things you have
designing
to
it so that we
open or
can
unlock
add
to
story for
progress.
years
So you can kind of go everywhere, but you can't quite go
one of the
everywhere.
first things that we
And this
hear
is-
when
it's gonna be a looter
from our
shooter,
community
right? Like,
is
there's
they want
actually
to
gonna be
continue
loot.
to play in
I
our
think so.
worlds. When they finished Mass Effect
They showed
and
that in the
Dragon
first trailer.
Age, players want more story. And so we've designed Anthem in a way that we can actually add more story for years to come. And it could be anything. A new moment with a character that you've grown to love, or an event in the world that deepens the lore, or an entirely new storyline and plot.
Well, I'm certainly not going to complain about more story. I don't think anybody out there is going to either. So Kathleen, I wanted to ask you, from a writing perspective, since you are the lead writer, can you speak to what it's like
Apparently
to
she was the
create
lead writer
a new
on-
world
on
like Anthem
Andromeda?
from the beginning?
Well, what's really exciting for us, and not just the writers, but all of the devs, the designers, the artists,
That looks pretty.
is that we're creating something new and mysterious for players to discover. So at the heart of the premise of Anthem is a world left unfinished by the gods. But the gods left behind their massive tools, and those tools are in constant conflict with this unknowable force called the Anthem of Creation. And the chaos of those things pushing against each other means that the world is constantly being reshaped in new and unpredictable ways.
Yeah, violent storms,
That
mutated
sounds cool.
creatures, gigantic monsters. It's a dangerous environment that you need to wear a suit of powered armor, a javelin, to be safe in.
Now, something I think a lot of players out there maybe don't stop to think about is just how much work goes into creating a new intellectual
That was fucking
property or
awesome.
IP, as we've been saying.
Yeah.
It's
Now,
beautiful.
we've seen all these different creatures, and Mark, you mentioned the storms. What's the process of creating a game like from scratch?
Yeah, it's something we've done a few times at BioWare. And then really the hardest part is getting started, just
Hype
getting
meter's
off
barely
a blank
moving, though.
page. So what we've tried to do is we think about
Yeah, they're
the
all
new
complaining
experiences
that-
we're
Balanced
trying to
right now.
unlock for
There's a lot of
players.
Resident Sleepers and a
So,
lot of
what
hype
is the
on both
fantasy
sides.
fulfillment? What are the
Yeah.
new things you actually get to go and
Kinda
do?
interesting. A lot of people are
that
very
different
torn
from
about
what
this
you've
game.
played before.
Mhm.
So
I thought there'd be more
that's
hype
where
than
we
this.
start, and then once we think about those things,
They're not really showing anything to.
that's the power
Yeah.
of creating new IPs.
That's what I was gonna
for
say.
games. Is
I mean,
that
they literally
you
just
actually
got
get
asked,
to
what is it like to
build
make a new
full
game?
fictional universe that's
Yeah,
designed to bring
right?
out a certain experience.
Like,
and then
is
once
this
we
the
do
sort of
that,
question we wanna
then we
ask
kind
right
of
now?
we still need to build all
Exactly.
the rest of the
It's a
stuff.
kind of thing
And
where
what
these are
unlocks
just
us
generic
creatively
studio
is to think
questions,
about
nothing
like
Anthem
principles
specific.
around
Yeah.
art style, tone, and even the technology and the politics of
I do
of our
find it
new world.
interesting that
And then
multiple
from
game
there, we can actually
companies
go and build out every last detail.
came
Yeah,
to the
and one
idea
the,
of
unique challenges
mixing
for
like
Anthem is that
high tech
it's
with
a world,
high
an experience
like
that's meant to
nature.
feel alive, like it's happening
At the same time that
right
like
now.
multiple studios were
And
making
so
a
the
game
world is
like
always
that
changing,
at the same time.
whether the
There's another loop.
storms,
We've seen all this.
seasons, and
That way you hit multiple
yeah, it's a really
demographics,
great
Roger.
concept to write for because
I guess
what
so.
it means is it gives us the opportunity to
Look, it worked
drop
for
into the
Horizon, so
world,
who knows?
almost
Right.
in real time, a dramatic event that changes the world for everyone, and that could be
I met the
anything
woman that
from
does the
gameplay to lore.
face
I
acting
mean,
for
all of
the
the
woman
moving
in
parts in
Horizon.
the dynamic world.
Oh,
sound
really?
cool the way that
In
they
Berlin,
sound
yeah.
like they're
There's a
gonna
show
come
called
together.
You Are Wanted, and
But
she's the
even though
main
there's
female
obviously a
lead
lot
in that
going
show.
on, it really all comes
And we
back
did a stream with
to
them,
your
and she was
character.
there.
So let's talk about who we're going to be playing
Was
as
she nice?
and why we're fighting these crazy.
Yeah, she's pretty cool actually. She's really
So
funny.
you are a
She looks nothing
freelancer,
weirdly. She looks nothing like the character
uniquely
from the game.
skilled to
Though.
pilot these
She voiced it and did all the face
these
acting and
javelin
modeling.
exosuits.
Oh, who's that?
And you need those suits to survive and fight
saying
in
some
this
story
world
stuff.
because the world will kill you.
Dude,
But
the
on
concept
top of
art is
that,
off the charts.
our ancient rivals, the Dominion, have they've discovered a way they think to weaponize the anthem of creation.
Ooh, is that like the four classes,
we
like
need
DPS,
to
tank, support,
stop them and protect the
kind of thing,
people of
maybe?
Tarsus.
Armor.
No, I've heard
I hope it's a little more in depth than
A couple
that.
different things. Is it a suit? Is it a javelin? Like, what's the canon term here?
We call them javelins, and there are 4.
Oh, there you go.
and they each have
There you go.
unique abilities. There's the Ranger, and then there's the Colossus.
It's weird how they had this
The
like
Interceptor,
just set up and,
and
prepped for
finally
that question.
the Storm.
Yeah, so
Wow.
each
Are those,
javelin
like-
gives you a different
are those
way
Destiny
to play
classes?
the game.
Pretty much. Warlock.
Yes. Like Kevin
I mean,
said,
how,
not
how
your
much
suit. You are
different can you go
freelancer,
on those
a pilot,
archetypes? You know.
Which means you can decide which suit
Yeah, you kinda
want
do
to
need
use
like a
based on your
DPS.
mood,
That
based
looks
on the
really
mission you
cool.
want to engage it, or the,
It does look really
or the
cool.
javelins that your friends.
Actually, the mage one.
So really what this allows us to do is we've built the suits to look like they're built from the materials of the world. So they each have
Like
their
the
own
Colossus, the
unique
tanky
abilities.
one is all
Let's take a
fucked up,
look
and then like the
at,
Ranger one's all
Ranger now.
pristine.
The Ranger is
Here we
a
go.
more generalized suit, able to do a lot of different things.
that looks cool.
Really designed for up close and personal
Oh, man.
combat, one-on-one.
This actually
for the
looks
most
really
part.
nice.
The Colossus is heavier, more specialized, but able to really pack in big weapons that let them down.
Oh wow, that comes sick. Holy shit.
Oh man.
That looks fucking cool,
I'm
man.
just
Show
gonna say
more
the
of that.
Storm looks like it's going to be my favorite.
know,
and I'm
right?
sure you guys out there are picking your faves right now too. So the javelins look awesome, but we're going to take a couple questions right now. So Casey tweeted, some of you may have seen, asking for people out there to send us
Oh,
your
man,
questions.
after that
And the first
gameplay, look
one
at the
is gonna
hype
be
meter.
From
Yeah.
It's Sweet Nicole, who asks, as a player who is all about making their character their own, what kind of customization options
Taking
will be available in
Twitter
Anthem?
questions.
Yeah, so we really want players to express themselves, both through customizing the way their javelin
Dude, that was
plays, through
sick.
gear and
Oh, here we
weapons,
go.
but also being able to personalize the way that it looks, both through paint jobs as well as changing the actual
That was some Mass
geometry
Effect
of the
armor
suit
in
itself.
7
I saw
armor.
that
Yeah,
in
the
Seems to
seven.
be
I
able to
saw
do
that.
as well. And because you're going to be using a javelin for a long period of time, we really want you to be able to make it your own.
I'm glad you brought that
For
up because
$5
actually,
a
Jay
loot
Legato has a question connected to
$5 a
customization.
paint color.
Monetization.
Here we go.
How, when, loot box, cosmetics.
Yeah, so we are going to have some cosmetics and vanity items that you'll be able to purchase, but you're always going to know what you're going to buy before you spend any money on it. So
Well,
no loot
thank
boxes,
Christ for that.
No ability to pay for power.
I'm glad I'm gonna know what I'm
So
gonna
that
buy
means
before we spend money
No
on it.
ability to spend money on gameplay advantage at all within Anthem.
I love how that gets applause.
I
more
love
no
that.
loot box.
I like
Sure
how
that
they
Anthem
no
is
loot
an immersive experience
boxes
that feels
and
like it's
And no
complete
gameplay
from the get-go.
advantage
So that
to be
means
able
a
to
main story, a
purchase.
big open world, and an ongoing service.
it's not
to
a
provide
random
new content for a long
shader.
period of time.
You know what
Story,
kind of cosmetic
new,
you're getting.
New experiences for everyone.
Well, I'm glad to hear that I can make my javelin pink. That's really all I wanted to know, I'm going to be honest. All right, Casey. We talked
No, that's
earlier
sad.
about this being a co-op experience. So can you
Yeah,
tell me
the
a little
crowd's
bit about
kinda
how the
dead
team gameplay in Anthem
across
is
the
going to work?
board.
Yeah, it really is about the fun of teaming up as a team of superheroes.
It makes
and working
comments
together.
like
So,
those
you want to get
seem
a few
worse
people together of different classes.
when the
so,
crowd gives you
I
nothing.
think here we're going to see the Colossus.
I don't know if she's just nervous or
hammering
something, but this
people on the
hostess
ground
is,
in gameplay. If we can
interesting.
have a look at that. So heavy artillery, being really strong, in melee combat, and then here you've got the Ranger shooting down from above. And then they're using combos and special abilities. and
I'm
stuff
really
like that.
into
But
seeing
what I
the
love
damage
is
pop
You don't
off.
just run around,
Me
you're swimming and
too.
flying
Yeah,
as well.
that's
So it's interesting because at the
It's nice to have, like,
wants
that
to know,
instant
how
feedback
will you
of,
Yeah.
this is
balance
great.
multiplayer
I just hit that
with
motherfucker
single
for
player storytelling?
7,000.
So
What'd you
Anthem's
just
really
do?
built around trying to combine the impact of having your own personal story with the fun of playing with other players. But we really want to make sure that that playing with other people feels like a choice. So for people that want to just experience the story, you're going to be able to do that. Now going out into an open world like this by yourself is going to be a little bit more challenging than if the team of 4 people. And we've really tried to balance the co-op experience to be fun even for people that don't normally engage in this kind of thing. So I really hope that everyone at least gives co-op a try.
Okay, that's good to know. If you want to roll solo, you can, but it's just going to be a little bit more difficult. Well, I know you all are on the edges of your seats. How about we show a little gameplay?
Oh, shit.
Yeah? You guys want that?
Yes, please.
All right, so
please.
Catherine, I think you're going to set this up for us? I will.
May I have some more gameplay?
You and your
Yes,
friends have
please.
decided to play a mission called Scars and Villainy. The Scars have put together an acid-based super weapon, so you got to take them out. So
Are we gonna see a
you
full
start
mission?
in the Strider, which is like a giant walker, and it's your forward base of operations. You have a conversation with your crew, Halleck, Faye, and Owen, and you'll hear Owen. He's going to talk us through the mission as we experience it here. And yeah, then you just get into your javelin suit and you head out with your friends.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mark, Casey, Kathleen, for talking to me about Anthem today. We're going to go ahead and roll the gameplay now. Enjoy, everybody.
Yay.
Kind of like a Avatar.
A little bit.
Like the kind of landscape and the tech versus nature.
Yeah, I'm really digging the look of everything,
They said
art-wise.
these bastards made some kind of acid. They're using it as a weapon. So, find where they're making this garbage and shut it all down.
Oh, that nice padding in there.
Yeah.
Right?
Looks
That wouldn't
comfy.
smell at all.
So I guess
Imagine
you
it
can
can't
just
be
fly
confined,
wherever.
it's like it's on.
Like, I really want to know if you can just
This looks
land
free
right
flying.
there.
Well, look, it's
Maybe
just
you
following
can.
the cursor when he moves it around. So this looks to be free flying.
I mean, it's on
Oh,
rails because it's the
what's the plan then?
cinematic,
Picking up
but yeah,
loads
it
of
looks like
stars
he can just
nearby.
land wherever he
Take a look
wants
around the
to.
area, but be careful.
Man, that's pretty.
I'm glad the
Hope he
mini
opens the menus.
Hell yeah.
They're gonna be jumping around. What?
Yeah.
They just
totally
jump
different
forward?
Right.
Yeah.
No, I think they're just
Scar
swapping
Camp
between the all the people who are in the mission.
Look at all the weapons! Oh, and the turrets! Better move quickly.
That does look pretty insane.
Whoa. Okay, okay. That's a God of War mob.
We're just gonna ignore
It
that.
is, that is very similar to some stuff in God of War, huh?
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess it is free fly because that other guy's
There's
still
a big
walking.
Wait, something's odd. Get a closer look, would you?
This looks really cool.
Okay, the free
See
flying
those
alone
radiant
can
pieces
sell
of
this.
energy? They're echoes from the Anthem of Creation.
If they do that right,
Yeah.
Loads of scars
Oh, man.
nearby. Be careful.
This is a little bit edited.
yeah. Hoping for more of just a mission.
Same. You guys got a fun story.
Damn. No UI for that.
Oh, so he shatters them. That's cool.
Nice. Okay.
Ah, combo.
Return them to the relic. You've got to silence it fast.
The
Got a blink ability.
Shot that for like what?
Not very effective there.
the dialogue is so Destiny.
Yep.
It's got silence.
Scars
Disaster
and
averted.
villainy.
Do you think we can abandon
Yeah,
this?
it's the name of the mission.
Wait, something's happening.
Okay, enough with the motion blur. Holy
I
shit.
think that was whatever laid all the eggs around here. The sound came from below your
Oh,
position.
please something bust through the ground.
Be something huge, please.
On the plus side, this definitely counts toward hazard pay. There's a trail of this acid gunk leading down. Follow it, and we should
Oh, that
find
guy's
the
got a
source.
clove. That's sick.
He's the ranger.
He's
Looks
Storm
pretty
Boy.
So please, some huge Leviathan. Come on.
And the movement.
Oh, the
was
mage
so
guy
smooth.
teleports in. That was sick. Oh, what?
It's Mother Brain. Yeah, of course it is.
That was pretty sick. That really does.
It's pretty cool, yeah. I want to know more about like how all the systems work.
Yep. Don't need more. It's great though.
How cool was that?
Need more.
I'm so hyped, you guys.
I need more than that, but
And that was,
it's enough to get
that
me
was actually
interested.
just a short
Here's
version
where
of the
they
full demo that we brought
forget
here
that their
to LA.
Twitter
So if
already
you wanna
announced the release
Come
date.
by the Anthem Theater
And
here
make a
at
big deal about it.
EA Play. You can check out the game live.
So I'm sure the question on everyone's minds, when do we get to play?
Hey, did I call that?
So Anthem comes out February 22nd, 2019 on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC.
So mark your calendars, everybody. Fire off
Sick.
your tweets. Thank you so much again to Casey and the entire BioWare team. I know you guys have that awesome theater outside, so I will see you guys there.
All right,
Give
see
it
you
up
there.
for Casey Hudson, everybody.
You think that's it?
I also want to give a big thank you to all of the developers
did say
who
PC
showcased
at the
their
same
games
time.
today, and everybody working hard at their studios back home
Since I
around the
please
world.
no
Let's give them all a
exclusivity,
round of
please.
applause.
Yeah.
Now, some of what you saw today, you guys have to wait to play. But you guys, EA has so much available right now. Now, for those of you keeping score, you can get your free trial of FIFA 18's World Cup today. And Andrew told us about the free trial of Origin Access. Yarny is back with a buddy in Unravel 2, which is also available today. Plus, you can take on your friends in Command & Conquer Rivals starting today as well. Now, that's a lot of available stuff that's out today. Is anybody ready to go home and download anything? No? You're like, I just want to go outside into the fan fest. I get it, I get it. So I want to let you guys know to keep your streams going because in just a few moments, the FIFA 18 World Cup live tournament is going
that's
to
it.
begin.
No more of that.
That's a no from me, dog.
I want to thank everybody for coming down to EA Play today and watching the press conference, and have a great weekend.
Did we get a montage at the end? Here's our
Thank you, I
montage.
forgot what your name was.
It's the typical montage of everything.
I think the coolest thing is the whole thing. It's probably that.
Rip, man, and conquer.
That SOS game.
Yeah,
the
that boat
SOS
game
thing
did
was
look good.
Super hype.
Yeah, I think the takeaway from this is like boat game, potential, Yarny, cool, man and conquer, F.
God, they just did not show shit of Battlefield.
Yeah.
There was just nothing.
This is
Apparently the NDA's been lifted, so like everyone's YouTube videos are going out with like full 20-minute gameplay videos and stuff.
I guess that's one way to show that stuff.
felt like a skip here for EA.
It felt bad.
Hi guys, my
And bye.
Did the Twitch stream? Did
Even
they
the
just end
bandwidth
it?
doesn't want to watch that shit. They're like, nope.
I think Twitch killed their stream.
This went offline for me.
They were just like, and it's over, done.
All
Bye.
right,
Later.
I guess that other stuff you're not allowed to stream according to Twitch.
So when's Microsoft?
That's all tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, that's
today.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it
that's
for
it
today.
for today?
I want to pull up the. You said Nvidia tweeted out. Oh,
I linked it in Twitter.
I don't
Oh,
understand.
there
why
we go
it's not.
again. Man, what's going
Bye,
on today?
everybody.
I don't know. Was it Nvidia that tweeted out Sakura? Is that what you said?
Yeah. At NVIDIA GeForce UK.
Okay, let me see.
Oh, and some folks
Or I
in chat are
linked,
saying
I linked it on
back-
Twitter.
It's the same thing we watched, really? Do you have a link to that, Sakura, that you can tweet me or something?
Yeah, it's in Twitter.
Oh, you already
In our
did
room where we were talking.
that.
Yeah,
You already did that. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I just want to see what the actual game looks like.
Peggy 18.
Here we go. That's not it.
Good job.
Hold on.
This is thrilling.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really loving this.
Well, it's this or the FIFA Championship Finals. Which one do you want?
You
We'll
know,
stick with this.
I'll take silence with friends over FIFA. Yeah.
It's true.
Just being.
You know, sometimes like
Yeah, we're
the
just not gonna be
true
able to see it.
friendships enjoy the silence.
It's just not going
Through
to load, I
that.
think, because it's a Twitter. You can't, XSplit won't let you copy a Twitter video URL. So
Can you not full screen it and then just
doesn't
You
work,
can't
yeah.
even grab GIFs off of Twitter. They really bork up the whole game, man.
I
2018.
hate Twitter, man. Twitter has like the worst video player out of anything.
We're all going to freeze for a sec. There we
Oh.
go.
Oh, goodbye. Dead forever.
Lost color and everything.
All right, here we go. Here's some gameplay footage from Twitter, so it's going to be
Oh.
really choppy and look
Oh,
like
yeah,
awful.
it's
'cause
beautiful.
Their video
Oh, yeah, so-
player's not good.
We may have mentioned this, but some good points. Anthem now has the same release date as Days Gone.
That's true. Days Gone's
wait,
been
Days
delayed
Gone
a
is-
billion times, though, right? Like maybe
Yeah, it may be delayed again for sure.
Yeah.
See the
I was gonna say,
paratroopers
wait,
coming in.
Days
That's sick.
Gone was
Yeah.
that was at last E3, and it looked like it was close to being ready.
Yeah, yeah. It was at like 2 E3s ago. Yeah, this looks like Battlefield. Like I can't see any differences because I don't know the mechanics.
So
but
one of the differences. So you look at the health at the bottom. You don't heal back up to 100 like you normally do unless you've got a health unit, a health pack from a medic.
Okay.
So they're making it kind of more hardcore. Also, there's going to be no 3D spotting. So you know when you spot someone and you get like a red icon over their head, you don't get that unless under certain circumstances. So it makes it a bit more hardcore.
Yeah.
So, Sakuril, because now this is coming from someone who didn't watch all of the reveal, so they may have talked about this, but you're kind of the authority on it. So, did they talk about like in Battlefield 4, there was a lot of longevity in terms of just keeping you playing the game. Are they bringing anything like that back into Battlefield 2 or 5? Whatever this is?
So from what I understand, the first two nations for the core of the game are like Norway and Germany or something, or like Europe and Germany, and then later on they're going to add Russia and America and this and that. So like with all their other games, they're going to be continually like releasing new maps, new weapons, new achievements, and all that kind of stuff. The other thing that I think they've spoken about here and there is unlike in the other Battlefield games where you just you're a generic soldier, you all look the same. In this game, you actually have a character that's yours, and you can change their hair and their face and their paint and their clothes and their helmet and all this. So you kind of make your own character, and then the more achievements you do, the more things you unlock. So if you want that cool like tank gunner's helmet thing, you have to do a few achievements as a tank gunner and get a bunch of kills and this and that, and it unlocks it. So unlike the other games where you're just generic soldiers versus generic soldiers, like say you get sniped by a guy and you're like, oh, it's that guy with the mohawk, I'm going to get him. And then later on in the game, you see the mohawk, you're like, there's that guy again. So there's also like a character building progression thing on top of just like, generic guy, run in, play you around, look at your score and go, yeah, I got some kills. So there seems to be a bunch of new stuff that should keep attention. Yeah.
The what they did show us, it looked like the color palette was so much more diverse than these games normally are, but I can't tell from the gameplay that we just saw whether or not that is actually what the game looks like.
I'm not sure. I haven't watched that video yet in high res.
Yeah.
It certainly looks better.
Yeah, it's hard to tell through Twitter video.
All the Battlefield games are always, anything on the Frostbite engine always looks cutting edge. I don't understand how they do it. Frostbite looks twice as good as every other FPS, and you get like 200 FPS when you play it. I don't know how they do it.
It is a pretty remarkable engine. There's no doubt about that.
That's the only thing that has me a little bit excited for Battlefield VR. Because I feel like that'll be one of the first VRs that actually looks pretty and runs well. Because they all seem to have so many issues. Granted, it'll be fun for 3 to 5 rounds, but
yeah,
they'll be damn good.
The netcode in the Frostbite engine is kind of industry leading as well. So it'll be the first battle royale game that's on an engine where they've actually got a good netcode.
Yeah,
64 hertz servers. Anything in the front 90 degrees of your character is like guaranteed 64 hertz. Anything behind you is like lower refresh rate because it doesn't matter whether you see them perfectly or not because they're behind you. So they've got all these cool tricks that they have in the engine. So it will be nice to see a battle royale game on an engine that looks cinematic quality and has like a industry leading netcode. So
yeah, it makes me wonder why. Like, did Call of Duty say that there would be actual battle royale gameplay at E3? Was that from their conference?
I don't remember them saying anything about gameplay reveal.
Okay. Yeah, I wonder like, is the limitation just getting 100 people in a fucking match and like making it not look like shit FPS wise and netcode wise and all that stuff? Like, I would have thought that stuff would be everywhere at E3, but I guess it's just not ready to be shown yet. That's kind of surprising.
What's scary about the BF5 BR is that they kind of just went, yeah, there'll be a BR and you can see it later in the year.
Right.
And that's all it. Not even a 10-second clip, not concept art, just nothing. It's almost like they just say they've realized they have to say it, and they're just going to make it at some point in the next year.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we know that BR's like hopping right now, so we're going to throw that in our games. It's going to be cool.
Yeah.
You'll see.
Check back in a year.
Yeah,
they made it sound like they've had that in past games. Have they?
Nope.
It was weird from the way that it sounded to me. It was like, yeah, you guys missed the Royale stuff, right? So we're putting it back in, and I was like, have they done that before?
The messaging across the board was a little bit weird. I think all conference long. Like they were trying. I feel like it was a mix of last year's EA conference and then like everything that Nintendo's doing, and they just kind of like missed the mark a little bit. They jumped around. Having them go to the crowd to announce a new Star Wars game was so fucking weird.
No, that whole section was just like,
I can't get over that. It's just
weird. They shouldn't have even brought that guy in. He should that was bad.
Just loop the Star Wars gameplay one more time. You know, we didn't need the 20 seconds of. Will you play as a Jedi?
It's in the dark times.
Like, why would you? Oh my god! They had like 10-second clips, and then they would loop it a few times, and then go to another 10-second clip. And I was like, surely it would be better to just combine all of those clips and then loop it like once, maybe.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, and even
way
with
less noticeable.
Even with Battlefront, I thought it was a little weird. Like that guy was out there for a long time talking. I don't know if he needed to be out there that long. Like
I felt so bad for him.
I feel like they were just like, okay, you need to go out there. You're gonna have a target painted on your head. Just keep talking until you hear applause. You don't have to leave.
Yeah,
until you get
applause.
applause.
And everyone likes it. Everyone likes an underdog, so go out there looking like a hobo.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Oh come on! The jeans and plaid shirt is quality aesthetic.
Quality gamer nerd. Yeah, quality gamer nerd. Yeah, that whole Battlefront thing was weird. They announced some new Battlefront 2 stuff with General Grievous and
Obi-Wan and Duke.
Obi-Wan, yeah. And I think they said Anakin was going to be playable too. Yeah,
and Anakin,
Wars.
yeah.
So that's cool, I guess. If you
it's
are
like,
still into Battlefront.
I mean, that game already just like lost huge portion of its community.
Yeah.
It's not really like it. They could do anything to it at this point. You're never going to recover that loss.
Yeah.
Period.
It's real.
Which is a shame because the core gameplay foundation was great. The gameplay was actually insane
like
graphics, insane sounds, like interesting characters, good balance. The mechanics are all cool. Like from a foundational game, first of game foundation, it was great. The only thing that ruined it was all the loot box shenanigans.
Yeah.
What's even crazy is if they had not had the loot boxes, they could have tied that into a meaningful progression system, which would have done the opposite of loot boxes, which would have had people play the game actually longer and less. Like,
yeah, it's like once you get
know.
50 kills at Sophomore, you get to pick a new card, and then everyone just plays more, and you unlock more stuff. Like it's crazy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Count Dooku was also in there for Star Wars fans.
Yeah, I like how they announced him, and it was dead silence.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
They also
not a single clap.
They also said something about the summer squad system. I'm not privy enough in the Battlefront world to know what that means, but that's coming. I'm reading through some stuff that my mods have written up. There's a new dogfighting mode announced, and then they said that they're including their biggest map ever for their multiplayer experience, which I think is the first Clone Wars map. So, yeah,
the maps in Battlefront 2 were already pretty big.
Right. Yeah.
The Geonosis one was pretty huge, kind of sprawling.
I mean, you got to get out there and you got to say stuff about Battlefront 2. So I think it went like he shouldn't have been talking that long. They put a lot of time into like saying we're sorry when you could probably just say we're sorry and that'd be okay.
Right.
Like the internet forgets pretty quickly. You could say that and not remind them of everything that was wrong potentially.
Honestly, I think there's probably a decent amount of people who watched that forgot that any of that stuff even went down.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a weird thing. After that, they did the Unravel 2 stuff. Announced co-op. I thought that looked pretty cool. Like that was fine. That was one
Available
of the better
now.
segments. Yeah, it's available now. That was the big thing.
I can't believe that. Like they didn't even I didn't know it was coming. Had they announced it was coming before this day?
No. This was the reveal and the release.
Reveal and launch.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So that's out. I guess you can get that right now. I would assume on Origin if you're on PC. I don't know where you get console games anymore that are digital. But yeah, that's out, and I might check that out. It looks pretty good. The animations, I think Dodger, you pointed out when they were like tying themselves together, looked really good.
There were little like specific details that you could tell they put a lot of time into.
Yeah. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Looked good. From there, they went and talked a little bit more about the EA original stuff, and then we saw Sea of Solitude, which looked pretty
Honestly,
good.
the thing that I'm most excited
Depression
about.
Simulator 2018.
It was a little morose, yeah.
The look of it is so unbelievably up my alley. So I'm really excited for it.
Yeah. Co, you were gonna. Your face was saying some words about that. Do you want to?
Yeah, I don't know. Like it. I was kind of with it with the art and direction. I really liked where that was going. But then when it started with the gameplay, it looked kind of like this. I've done in the last year or so, like more than a couple artsy adventure games, and I'm kind of looking for something a little bit different than that. In like the Hobbs and those kind of games. So I'm wondering if this is going to be like that, or if it's going to be something more gamey. Because don't get me wrong, it's sometimes awesome how these games can tell pretty meaningful stories. And from the intro, it sounds like there's a lot of thought going into this game in terms of like symbolism and what it represents and things like that. So that alone could make it worth the gameplay. But I kind of hope that the gameplay is something interesting, not kind of like move this character around and jump a few times, and maybe there'll be a boss every hour or so.
Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying. Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of
what Switch or something.
Okay. Like that's just
what was that game that came out?
What was that?
What was that game that came out where like you're like a floaty dude with loads of cloth hanging off your back and it's a load of sand?
Journey.
What was that? Journey. Journey. Yeah, it kind of gave me that vibe. I wonder if it's going to be one of those games where you just float about doing what you want and you can trigger different things. I wonder if it's not going to be very linear, like, hey, find the bucket of tears. Oh, it spawned a boss kind of thing. If it's going to be more like
bucket of tears.
It was kind of dark, man. Like it. Yeah, it was.
Although it doesn't actually surprise me that Co, the bastion of positivity, is not liking a game about depression. That's that game is like how the rest of us live. You know that, right?
Yeah.
It's all a facade. Anyway, it's the kind of thing where it's kind of wild that like the pretty, and I agree with I think a couple of you guys have said it, where that was the highlight of the conference, was that game. EA is like a multi-billion-dollar company now, and it's like they're little like we went out and we're gone.
I mean, it's gonna happen. Just move past
censorship.
I'm gonna fix it every single fucking time.
It's kind of wild that this like multi-billion-dollar company, the best they have to offer is something they like happen to find by going out and looking for it. Like not something they actually did themselves.
Bad, right?
It's like we had to. We weren't really making anything interesting, so we had to go out and find some people that were.
Yeah,
I was just walking down the street and I saw this video game and I was like, "Come on over, come pitch your idea." And that's more exciting than everything.
It's like that Hellblade game. Oh, come on over.
What was that, bro?
It's the only one that that isn't either a pre-existing thing or something that we knew was going to be there, right?
Well, Unravel 2 leaked, so we weren't supposed to know that was going to be there.
But Unravel already
existed. Sure, yeah, you're right.
This is the only thing that was like new IP, something that nobody knew was going to be there.
I mean, Dodger, you're forgetting about Command and Conquer Rivals, the hit.
You're right.
Gameplay segment.
No one knew they were going to dig it out of a grave and shoot it in the
I actually did forget that happened.
God, that went on
Did
too
you forget,
long.
or were you suppressing it? Suppressing the memories.
Oh my god. I do love Jeff though. At least we got to look at Jeff's sweet fingers.
Yeah, I'm
for part
glad
of
Jeff
that.
and Nathanius are still out there getting work, but like, fuck, man, that was that was a really long segment that I don't think anyone like. That was a mobile game, and it was probably their longest segment.
Yeah.
I don't see how that was like entertaining at all. I don't think anyone was like,
yeah.
The thing
Like
that
the
worries
memo
me
that-
most about that is, man, like it's gonna be the skeeviest shit ever.
Oh yeah.
If that game comes out with like randomized cards that you buy in loot boxes, like if that actually turns out to be one of those like nasty pay to win mobile games, and that's what they're gonna showcase at their conference, that I really, really hope it's not gonna be like that. That would be so shit. Get like as many people interested as they can and then rip them off as much as they can. Because I mean, seriously, you look at some mobile games like these days, they're gambling. They're straight up gambling.
Oh, absolutely.
They are
like
ridiculous.
gotcha game, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
how long is it going to be before we see the headline? Child racks up $75,000 bill on dad's phone playing Command and Conquer.
I'm sure that's already out there for another game.
That probably
yeah.
not
every week.
4 digits, dude. Like
Yeah.
I've seen numerous threads like that over the years on Reddit. And the worst part is they let you save their credentials. There's none of that shit anymore. Like they make it so you just press 2 buttons and it's charged. So
yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. It's bad.
Yeah, that was.
would you
really
like
weird.
to save this payment?
Quick, yeah, like
For
PayPal
faster
quick
checkout.
Right.
Would you like to make
No.
the loot box purchase reoccurring?
Yeah. Now on Apple, all you gotta do is just hit the side button twice, and then it just goes. That's all. You don't even have to put in.
Just
any info.
imagine playing Command and Conquer. You don't have enough resources to deploy that soldier. Would you like
Yeah.
to buy some?
Yeah, it's.
Wait, you hit it twice to buy something, but don't you hit it 4 times for the SOS emergency?
I'm not gonna hit it 4 times, but I know whenever I buy anything, it's doop doop, and it scans my face, and then we're good to go, and it buys whatever I want. This is the
I don't
iPhone
like
X.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
Unless I can be a robot, I don't like this.
Yeah.
They
Also,
keep talking about how like the new phones coming out have face recognition, and I just wonder, can you just like hold up a picture? Is it that easy?
I think it unlocks. I know that Aaron, while I've been asleep, has definitely put the phone in front of my face to unlock it, and it's worked. So
No, it uses the same thing as the Xbox Connect. It's got like a sensor that fires rays out, and it actually maps your face in 3D. It's not literally just a screenshot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I just imagine like you
Tracing out points. Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's why makeup and
his
stuff.
phone, put it in front of a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do it.
That seems
It
like
would
too
suck
easy
for a
of a
streamer.
workaround.
It would suck. And then they closed out with Anthem afterwards. We got like a cinematic trailer. Got to learn a little bit more about the story. Saw like a very edited mission, which I wish that was not edited. But
Yeah. I really wish the mission wasn't edited because I really want to see what I pick up the mission to I have finished the mission looks like.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm hoping we see that something along that lines before the actual release because there's 2 reasons that you edit gameplay that heavily. Either A, there's a lot of downtime, which could be really bad, or B, time constraints.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is, the end of a conference. So if these missions last 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah. But then maybe they could just whip together a 3-minute mission just for the sake of the show.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't do any of that. Do you think Anthem's going to show up at any other conference? Or do you think it's just going to be that?
I would hope so.
Maybe Microsoft, but I don't know. I think like that's all they're ready to show, to be honest.
They said there's a full build on site, right? So I'm sure we're going to get feedback from content creators that are there immediately saying like, hey, I did the first mission,
Right.
Well, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I wonder if they'll let them capture any of that. I would assume not, but I don't know.
You
It's
never
gonna
know.
get captured anyway.
They're going to capture it anyways.
It's gonna happen. Like anytime there's like, hey, don't capture this, you're gonna see some janky phone captured video somewhere.
Yeah.
Gonna happen.
Yeah. I'm trying to see. We got to see some big monsters that I remember when we were doing our pre-E3 E3 show. That's what Zeke wanted. He wanted to fight big monsters, so he got his big monsters. We don't really know what those fights look like. They shot one of them and then flew by, and then they did the
Yeah, it
pad
was
and
so
like,
weird.
Yeah, they did the God of War thing. They shot him in the belly.
Yeah.
Just launch a bunch of missiles into some random walking monster and then just dip. Like, but why?
Like a drive-by.
Yeah.
But why do that? Come on.
It's kind of messed up. I mean, what that guy did, you know? He's just
I
hanging
get the
out.
feeling it's going to be very like Star Fox, like shoot the glowing bit kind of boss fights.
My biggest concern about Anthem is having some sort of gameplay loop, like end game wise, that wants you to keep playing. Because with games like this, let's kind of compare it to, like, say, like Borderlands. You know, there's a reason to keep playing after the story is done, or something like that.
Yeah.
But if there's no actual end gameplay, it's just like, oh boy.
I wonder if it would just be
said-
raid grinding.
Not with the
Like,
in-game
wow.
game. But like the thing, I was really hoping they were going to pop open a skill tree or something, because it's one thing if your character, you know, has skills and has all these stats and they synergistic and they have substats based on this. Like, there's one thing to really go in deep with it, and then there's another thing to have like attack, defense, armor, and then a skill tree of like 9 nodes total with one ultimate. Which I'm
Right.
really
Yeah.
kind of concerning that they're going to like just boil it down to something very basic. You know, each class is going to be like, "Hey, are you using this ultimate or this ultimate?" You know, like it.
Yeah.
They're it's
Yeah.
just-
And then one will be
Really?
better than the other, so you just follow the meta and everyone's the same.
exactly like each class will have a best, and then it's just, you know, it just becomes it
Yeah.
already looks slightly generic, and that would be very unfortunate if they really.
I think it'll be more than that, because they made a point of saying, like, we want to add stuff continuously. Like, we want to constantly add things to give you more to play. And they must be aware that people also enjoy, like, improving themselves if they're going to play for longer.
Yeah.
You know?
But they did also say that they're going to sell loot boxes with clothing and cosmetics in it. So I wonder if we're going to keep adding things. It's like PUBG, where it's like, hey, we're going to keep adding new jackets that cost $50. You have to find it in a crate, though. Like,
I mean, no, they said there's not going to be any random.
Right.
Yeah, they
They
said
said there's going to be like a cosmetic.
I wanted more people to cheer when they were like, no loot boxes. I was like, you motherfuckers that are there right now, you cheer. You cheer. God damn
I don't know
it.
that.
Show them your feelings.
Yeah. But I think what he meant was you just go to a store and you're like, you want red paint? $5. Blue paint? $5. Whereas
Which
instead of a box opens and it's
Good.
like you get a color and then it's a duplicate and you're like, God damn it.
Yeah, I'm glad it's going to be like that. Like that.
I don't want games.
I'm very happy with, like, as far as cosmetics are. I mean, yeah, it's a AAA game and they're already making a lot of money and all that, but I'm okay with devs, you know, adding cosmetics for buying. I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
Like, I would rather have more of that. Like, if it makes the company more money to allow them to do more stuff, go for it.
Right.
Cosmetics. I'm not going to be mad just because Jeffrey has gold-plated armor.
You're
I'm
probably
not
going to want to
be
buy
mad.
that gold-plated armor. Is what you're going to want to do.
Yeah, if I like the game enough.
Yeah.
Everyone, like, it works. It's awesome. The community loves it. Devs make money. Like, they're just it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it
I
should
mean,
be.
Look at Fortnite. The amount of cosmetics they've added is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's just,
Yeah.
They have a pass for their cosmetics now.
I know, it's so crazy how many cosmetics they've added. And it's just like,
Yeah,
do
I
it.
think
They got me.
hope-
They got me behind the sinker though when they added John Wick, and then I was like, "How do I get that?" And they're like, "You can either play for 100 hours or give us $150." I'm like, "Okay, $150, thank you." Immediately got the John Wick skin.
Yeah, I mean, where'd you get that shirt from? Well, how much did that shirt cost?
I have no. I found this.
Because you found that? Man, mine cost $400.
This shirt came in a $480 PoE cosmetic.
Yeah.
the other thing, like, if
it
they end
works.
up having cosmetics for like purchase, I hope they have like more fun with it.
I
'Cause
agree.
A lot of times they'll add cosmetics for purchase, and it's just like, here's a color palette. There you go. That's about it. Nothing crazy.
Yep.
Wait, what do you mean by crazy?
I mean, like, specific, like, I'm going to use
Like
Fortnite
replace your gun
again.
with a candy cane? Like what?
Yes. I want
In
to have...
you want Come on, that would break. It's such a stylistic game, dude. You can't just like, hey, my head's a bauble. Look at this. Like,
yeah, a candy cane might be reaching.
I'm not saying that crazy, but like,
you kind of set the bar there. When you use the word crazy, it has a certain reverence that comes with it. Right? Like if you say
more
drive
than
the
a color
crazy,
palette,
you go, not that crazy, still crazy.
Yeah,
because I mean,
let's reel it in a little bit. Come on, let's keep it under.
Warframe has like
adventurous, like
okay,
that you can add to your character.
Sure. Well, they did say like it's not just skins. They said you can change the geometry of the suit, so you can change the shapes of things and stuff. That would be cool. But yeah, if they add like stupid shit like dress like Santa, then I'm out.
Yeah, that'd be a little bit much.
I always want to dress like Santa.
Well,
you heard it now, EA. You have to choose between the Dodgers and the Sacraments.
Right. The EA marketing guy's just like,
Those are the two markets.
There's this guy.
Who you gonna go with?
Which one's gonna make more money?
Yeah, they gotta figure it out.
Do we let people make Darth Vader pink or not?
Jesus.
These are real questions.
And then we got the release date, February 22nd, 2019. That's 8 months from now. Just
a long time. And it releases at the same time as apparently.
Is it a long time for what we just saw? Like, I feel like there's so much really to see and know about that game that I worry that 8 months is not that long.
I mean, it's a long time for waiting. Maybe not so much from a development cycle.
Okay. All right.
Because, I mean, realistically, they have like 5 months.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Try to get all the code passed by Xbox and everything.
Yeah.
Because the last like 2 to 3 months is going to be just like getting it all ready to launch. At that point, there's no dev time.
Yeah. That's soon.
It is going to be super unfortunate if it takes that long and then turns out to really do nothing new outside of what we've seen.
Yeah, if it's just Destiny, if it's just a new Destiny, then
yeah,
that would be super
I really don't want to see another Destiny. I don't.
Dude, whenever I don't even know if it was someone that was with you or if it was like a guy back in that giant walker thing, but whenever he talked, I was like, this feels really Destiny-like.
Mm-hmm.
It's a British guy. He's telling us about the world, and the
thing with Destiny also is right now you have Destiny kind of going through a quasi resurgence over the next year because the devs are starting to kind of like try to get the roadmap back on track and everything. So all the fans of Destiny are probably even more plugged in than normal to Destiny. And if that was the target audience for Anthem, it's kind of like, y'all that's gonna be a tough sell to a Destiny fan when the devs are sitting there trying to do everything to like make them happy to keep playing their game. I don't know, man. We'll have to see.
I feel like Destiny, like the majority of Destiny fans are just like, they're just waiting for some real competition. Like, that's what it feels like.
I would
agree.
agree.
Play Destiny because there's really not any options.
Well, they're going to have some now with Anthem, and then I guess Division 2 would be a competitor to Destiny, although it's very different.
Yeah.
But I think
it's the same grind, right? Shoot things, get loot.
Yeah. But it's enough of a difference to be like, oh yeah, that's the Division. That's not Destiny.
Warframe. I'd say Warframe is probably a competitor.
Warframe is like an option, but I don't really compare Destiny and Warframe because they're not really that similar.
Honestly, the way I think about it is one's a PC game, one's a console game. Even though Destiny 2's on PC.
Yeah.
And even though Warframe, I think, is on consoles. That's like how I look at those games.
No, I get it. That makes sense.
In a way, though, that's kind of like comparing PoE to Diablo 3. Like, Warframe has gone under such extensive development over the last years. It's so much more than its competition right now. Just in terms of hours in it and what you can do and what you can experience. And, like, that's one thing that games like Destiny 2 kind of suffer from. Even if you get regular updates and regular DLCs, games like Warframe undergo, like, mechanical expansions. You know, like, these giant, like, we're implementing new ways to play the game and stuff like that. It feels like a lot of times other games just can't keep up with that kind of development.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Well,
I need to play Warframe.
You should. Like Warframe is good.
I've heard really good things about it.
Were you played it like 2 days ago or something, Brew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I played it a lot during the PoE update. Not the PoE that you play.
Yeah, fucking
So many
PoE's
things.
all over the place, man.
There's so many things called PoE, but
Way
yeah,
too many
the
fucking games called
update for Warframe was like really good, and it added a lot of open world stuff, which I kind of wanted in Warframe because,
right,
you know, hallway like they acknowledged that they were like a hallway shooter, and they really wanted to give you more variety beyond that. So that was a great update for them.
Yeah,
and I think it launched at like nearly the same time as Destiny 2.
I think it did somewhere. It was pretty close. Yeah, I don't remember the exact dates, but it was definitely pretty close. And yeah, then we got our ending montage that you always expect from game conferences. So that was EA. I can't stop.
Overall.
Yeah, I a bunch of things stand out. The biggest being that Star Wars announcement was fucking awful. That shouldn't have been there. Command and Conquer died today. They had a funeral.
No, they didn't
just
have
like
a
our
funeral.
cameras keep
They
dying.
You can't see it out of the grave.
Over and over.
Is that because okay, JP? Is that because we're using 5 cams? Is this like a thing?
I don't know. I formatted yesterday, so I'm gonna look into it after the broadcast. But yeah, there's
I've never
something
seen it
going
before.
on.
We use it all the time.
It happens whenever my camera flickers, which makes me think that there's a USB 3 issue going on. So I'll try another port. But yeah, I want to try to figure that out. And then
I'd have to agree with Chad. Command and Conquer was dead a long time ago. They dug it out of the grave and shot it in the head.
right.
What was the last Command and Conquer game?
It was
they were
Renegades.
actually, there was a game called there was like a first-person hybrid.
Renegades.
It was Renegades. Yeah.
So
That was
I think that was like the last big one.
Command and Conquer Generals was so good. If they just said, "Hey guys, we've announced Command and Conquer Generals 3" or whatever the latest one would be, the world would go like, "Oh my god, yes!"
Yeah, imagine if they announced a new mainline fucking Command and Conquer game. That'd be great.
Yeah.
People would be into it. I don't know.
There's a CNC 4. Oh, that's right.
There was a CNC 4.
Maybe that's why they don't have a new Command and Conquer game, because I don't remember CNC 4 at all.
Tiberian Twilight. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
I think that was the one where they transitioned to like a proper 3D engine, and it was all weird.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, they could have rekindled it, but instead they sent out In Control to chokeslam it to death. Live on screen.
Yeah, I'm glad Jeff won. I'm also glad that
Me
Jeff won.
too.
That made me very proud. Yeah, he beat some like top. What? How do they
Nick at
introduce
Night.
a mobile? Yeah, but
Mobile-
he was introduced as a mobile gaming legend. And then his name, I think, was the words.
That's how I would introduce him now.
Was there?
Yeah.
I think that's who it was. And
I
then
can
Jeff
safely
just-
say that the best part of the Command and Conquer announcement was In Control.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
That was
And
the best
Nathaniel.
part of the announcement. By far,
Yeah.
actually.
And seeing
By
Nathaniel
far.
up there was good. It was good stuff. And then there was also a lot of looped videos, like constant flagrant use
Yeah.
of just looped videos
Yeah.
multiple times throughout that. And I don't know if
Yeah.
that's because they were just like, all right, we just need you to talk. You can talk for certain, there's not really an amount of time. Just say some words here. And they just let the video like loop because they didn't want it to be too like
I'd have to
machine.
agree with what Dodger said. It's like, why did you have 5 10-second looped videos when you could just make one 50-second one and it would become less tedious?
And what's even weirder is one of the games that had the, correct me if I'm wrong, Unravel 2 had looped footage, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's
Yeah.
the game that releases today. It's
Yeah.
like you have no excuse. The game's done. You could have made a big ass trailer or something.
I think one of those was a trailer and one of those was the intro to the game. I don't know. I mean,
Oh, was it?
looped footage
Different
is a weird term there. Yeah. I think that's how it went
Okay.
down.
I thought one of the times he was talking it was looping, but
It might have been. I can't honestly remember. But yeah, a lot of looped footage through that. So let's go around. Last year we gave ratings. I don't know if I don't even know if like that was just an odd conference.
Yeah.
I'm not.
wasn't
gonna
for
go-
us.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I guess that's
Big majority of it just wasn't for
We
us.
didn't talk about any of the Madden or FIFA stuff because
Who was it for then? Look,
Yeah.
we're like
Well,
a bunch of people from Twitch that play games for a living. Who the fuck was it for?
Yeah.
Oh, I would say that a huge majority of EA's money right now is sports. Like that is
Man
where-
and children.
It's for sportsy boys.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they
yeah,
already said that like FIFA makes them more money than they know what to do with. So
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
the,
fair.
the card packs or whatever. I'm really surprised with how they're like pitching Battlefield, where they barely showed any of it, and then they're relying on kind of like YouTubers, like Jack Frags, kind of the mouthpiece of EA and Battlefield, to be the people that put out actual gameplay for that. That's a weird thing. Good for Jack Frags. I'm not saying shame on him, but like that's a weird thing for EA, a company as big as them, to be like, here's a cinematic video for kind of a single player thing. There's like a little bit of what a multiplayer map, and go check out all the other videos on the internet. Like, I don't know. Oh, that's true. Battlefield is at Microsoft tomorrow. They did say that it'll be at Microsoft tomorrow.
I almost wonder if they'd have done less damage if they didn't show anything today and just had people look at it tomorrow. Having someone come on stage and be like, "We're doing a battle royale in about a year. Here's a trailer you've already seen." Bye. Like that just seemed like rubbing salt in the wind. If they just did it tomorrow, then maybe people would be more hyped.
Yeah. That's
sometimes doing nothing is a lot better than just half-assing it.
Right.
I wish we didn't even know there was that Star Wars game. Like
Same here.
We keep coming back to it. It was
so fucking weird and out of place, man. It's like, let's go talk to Vince, who tweeted yesterday, and they even brought it up. Hey, you tweeted yesterday that you're working on some games. What are you working on? Oh, we're making a Star Wars game. Here's the name.
It might be a CNC style mobile game for all we know, man. You get little Jedis and shit on each side, and you just move across the screen.
You're gonna be in a dark.
Oh my God.
You're gonna be in a dark time.
But it's gonna be dark times, Code. Dark times.
You said dark times.
You gotta play Jedi.
Dark times.
It's gonna be some Jedis.
Can't get much darker than that.
You guys like Jedis, right? Mm-hmm.
I like that woman's question. So weird. Will you be able to hold a lightsaber? Like, it's such a weird question. Yes.
I mean, I'm sure there's some Star Wars fans that are just like, "Are you gonna hold a lightsaber? You got fucking ask the question. I need to know." And they did. And they got.
We know it's in the dark times.
I didn't really even realize the question that she asked. Do you get to hold a lightsaber?
Yeah.
It was like,
it's so specific.
Yeah. I mean, there's Anyways,
are the times in which you play dark? Yes, they are. Actually, yes.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I kind of wish he actually answered as if he was Yoda every time, because that would have made that bit better. Like that actually would have and that's a weird thing to say, that talking like Yoda would elevate a bit. But here we are. That's a thing.
I forgot about the dude who was behind him too.
Yeah.
The guy who was over.
the guy who was just like,
yeah, you can hold a lightsaber.
So excited.
Yeah.
He was. And then the worried guy next to him, like, I'm not comfortable with being on camera right now. He was just trying to hold it together. Bless him.
Man.
That was a weird thing. They did a bunch of really odd stuff. So that was super odd. And then, like, a very oblique angle version of someone playing a Command & Conquer game covering the screen with their thumbs.
The longest segment.
Like 5 minutes straight. It was like, here's an oblique camera with some phone.
Longest segment. I think that, like, if I'm gonna put a number to it, I'm around like a 3 or a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd put it at a 3, to be honest. Like, yeah, there was Anthem, and there was like Unravel was kind of cool, and the boat was neat, but there were so many things that were just awful, missed the mark entirely, and just poorly done. That it's just 3.
JP's throwing his PC out the window.
Bye, JP.
Nope, I'm gonna go do live tech support. Just like
hell yeah, I love live tech support.
I'd like to announce the Star Wars game.
We're doing it live.
We're gonna be in dark times. It's gonna be great.
I can't wait for the dark times.
Here come the dark.
They were my favorite times, man.
You know what they should have done for the dark times? Like, just turn the lights off, and it's just like it's Star Wars, but at night.
Wait a minute. What would they even consider the dark times? I'm pretty sure from the very first movie to the last movie, it's pretty grim the whole way through.
I was gonna say, wait, isn't
overall is dark times?
Star Wars just always grim and dark?
Yeah.
Like, what
It's not
exactly
like
is the dark times?
Yeah. All the Jedi using the lightsabers as like a party tool. Where were the light times?
Yeah, Jesus.
Like Grievous is there, fucking like a spinning thing. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
I want the light times game. Where's that at?
Yeah, exactly. Brew, what number did you give it? Sorry, you gave it like a 2 or something?
I gave it a 3.
Okay,
3 out of 10.
Did anyone else give their numbers? This is very important to absolutely no one. We got to get our numbers out there.
Somewhere between this number and this number for me. Somewhere between a 2 and a 4.
I like it. Good.
Grim.
Stay on brand. Good job, Sacriel. Good
On
job.
brand, yeah.
I give it half a gopher out of a box of light bulb.
Nice.
Half half a gopher, not even a quarter gopher.
Not even a full one. Not even a quarter. No, it's a half, and it's after it's died, and you've cut it in half afterwards. So it's a little bit messy.
So,
and that's because of the Star Wars announcement.
Question:
when you have
box of
enough
light bulbs,
gophers, will they
how
become
many light
light bulbs?
They
Yeah, how
would
does that work?
normally, but in this case, it's EA, so they were all dead beforehand.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
The
Dodger.
light bulbs, like
I was gonna give it a,
Oh,
a 2 or a 3.
Okay. Okay. All
Sorry,
right,
to
2 or
answer
3.
chat, it's the mouth hat.
The mouth hat.
The
That makes
math
it eight.
half.
Oh.
No,
Oh.
okay.
Oh. Okay. All right. Yeah, that makes sense. I get that. Makes sense.
What about you, Jeep?
I think I said like a 2 or 3. That felt less like comparing it to the last conferences that EA has done. That didn't feel like a conference to me. That felt like a weird thing where like a game pitch happened halfway through, and EA was like, "Yeah, we'll make that. Let's go ahead and do that." And then there was some indie stuff. It felt weird. It's like a 2 or 3. It felt weird. Didn't feel like a conference to me. But luckily we have a bunch more, and that's a segue to this. Tomorrow we got Microsoft and Bethesda. I think even though it's only 4 people here, Brew, you're going to be joining us for both those, right? Tomorrow.
yes.
Okay, he'll be here for the Microsoft and Bethesda stuff,
Yes.
along with Dodger, Rami, Ammunition, and Shannon. We'll be starting tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern with Microsoft, probably starting a little bit before that to kind of talk about what we're going to see.
That
And then we got
girl.
Bethesda.
This is the only conference we have you on this year.
Yeah, sad.
It has been a pleasure, sir.
What?
It's been an absolute pleasure. Oh, look at
Jesus.
that. That's a good freeze frame. I like that. Let's stick with that.
I feel like look how
Some of these
disgruntled I am.
freeze frame could just be like straight up.
It's frozen.
Like it.
Now that's interesting that Dodgers not frozen, but everyone else is.
Wait a
you
second.
just
This is what
go like
happened when you
that?
plug the camera into a different
Hello,
port?
everyone.
Yeah, so it's not the USB stuff, so we know.
Oh, it's ruined now.
Yeah. All right, what's up, Shannon?
Bethesda!
Ah, that was really loud. Okay. She's excited for tomorrow.
Meter at max. Better be. Honestly.
Yeah.
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 Okay. You're freaking out the camera. Relax,
It's okay.
Turn the mic down, Zach.
Really excited.
dude. I wish I
Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye, Shannon.
She gone.
like to apologize on behalf of 42nd Industries for the intrusion, and
That was
Shannon's
loud.
views do not reflect those of the management.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I have a hype buddy for Bethesda. It would have been so boring otherwise.
Yeah, Anne's also super into it as well. So the 3 of you will get along great. And then Baru, where were you at, Baru, on the hype meter for Bethesda and Fallout? Where are you sitting?
Okay, I like the newer Fallout, like Fallout 4, over the older ones, and the idea that they're going to have a more survival based Fallout is, I like it.
Okay.
And I want that.
Okay.
So I'm in on that. I know everyone's puking at it, but I'm with it.
Okay.
I'll play it. I love it.
Well,
That's probably because I played Fallout 4 permadeath. So the idea of having a more survival based Fallout is much more exciting to me.
All right. You've just
Is there a BR? I don't know anything about this Fallout 76, so it's not my jam. Is there, if they announce a BR?
We don't know the full thing yet. Probably not like
wouldn't that be
BR.
cool?
It's more like
Rumors are small group multiplayer, full main story, side quest. It's basically kind of like a Forest plus Fallout 4 with more developed building mechanics, like more kind of rebuild the wasteland kind of stuff. That's the rumor. We don't really know much more outside of small group multiplayer Fallout game.
Exactly.
So we know for sure.
Yeah. Well,
I
cool.
think a BR would be sick in Fallout, right? If you start off, you spec yourself into whatever specialization. The more people you kill, the more XP you get. By the end of the game, you've got a few dudes in like power armor fighting it out with different specs based on what they found in the world.
It's a Bethesda game, so the bugs will just be there inherently, so it fits into the BR model right off the bat.
Well,
you know?
funny enough, Zachary, you've actually just nailed something that the BR franchise is missing, which is an actual BR RPG, which would be awesome. We haven't actually seen too much of that yet, but yeah, I mean it can be fun, man. We'll have to see. What they're gonna come up with.
Stop.
What? Stop what?
No more BRs.
Okay.
More BRs. We need a battle royale of battle royale. So it's BR in your BR.
Look, here's the thing.
And then on your phone in that version, you could also play a BR.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
We've
That's Super.
we've had them announce 2 new BR games, Call of Duty, Battlefield. We haven't seen the actual fucking game yet. So in my mind, there's not been a BR game at E3. There's been the announcement of a BR game, but we haven't seen shit yet. So I'm still interested in seeing like some AAA Battle Royale stuff. I want to see what that looks like. Because up until now, it's been, except for maybe Fortnite, it's been pretty early access shit. So we'll see.
Yeah, I was going to say, is there actually like a BR that's like, there is no AAA BR?
I mean, Fortnite's probably the closest thing.
Yeah. I mean, but Fortnite's still early access.
Fortnite's cartoony though. Yeah, like that's like you mean. I'm assuming, Brew, you mean like a really pretty, really runs fast BR.
Yeah, like I mean, from the ground up BR that's done, because Fortnite was a PvE game that was just like, what if we changed directions entirely?
Yeah.
The Fortnite was made from the ground up, right? And then they added a BR.
They added a BR, and then they noticed it got popular and was like, what if we just forget about the PvE and just say, hey, did you spend money on the PvE?
That's true. That's true. It's a weird thing.
Fair point.
Anyways, I think you could call this day 0 because let's just be honest, EA doesn't count anymore. All right, let's just say it. Let's just say it. Tomorrow, actually, it's not even day 1. Now we're at day -1. Day 0 tomorrow. Day 1 of actual E3 starts on Monday. So let's go around.
I would.
Let's do some shout outs and then we'll get out of here. Because I got to go to a wedding, by the way. So I got to leave.
Today?
Yeah, it actually starts in about an hour, and I'm in the ceremony, so...
we should, let's
get on that.
Let's see if these cameras fail. Baru, start us off. Hey, it's working.
Well, since you have like an hour, I have this novel over here that I would love to read to you all, chat.
Nice. What's it called?
I haven't created the name
The
for
bit
it.
wasn't created.
You didn't. Man, it's like you just announced a Star Wars game or something.
I know, but it's in the dark times.
Okay.
In the dark times. Anyway, JP, thanks for having me here. You don't know who I am. I'm the dude with the panda emotes. I stream every day at 12. I play video games. That's all I got. I don't know how to sell out.
Boom. He'll be back tomorrow on both of them.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, so check it out.
I'll work on it.
Work on it. Camera's just, hey, they actually stayed. Good job. Sacriel. I don't know if this is set up, but I'm going to click it. It is. Let's do some shout outs.
Hello, everybody. I'm playing Battlefield 1 and Postscriptum at the moment, so if you're interested in seeing people get shot in the face a lot, check me out. Thank you, JP, and all the other beautiful guests for having me, and I'll try and calm Shannon down by tomorrow.
Yeah, make sure she doesn't... You got to turn the mic down a little bit, Sacriel.
Yeah, I need to add a gate to it.
Yeah. Yeah, we need some... Yeah. Thanks for coming on. We'll see you next year for more EA.
Yay!
We'll definitely see you in the future for sure. Dodger, do some shout outs for us.
Hi guys, I'm Dodger. You can find me at DexBonus on pretty much everything. And really that's it. Come hang out. We have fun.
Okay. You streaming later or are you done?
Later today? No, I streamed earlier today.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I'm a morning streamer now because I have a living being that wakes me up at 5 a.m. every day. So
yeah, stripping's a real asshole. I know. You'll get used to it. Co, some shout outs. Close us out.
Sure. Big thank you to JP, Baru, Sacro, and Dodger. It was a lot of fun. Definitely the cast of the show made the showcase. That is for sure. My name is Co Carnage. You can find me every day at 8 a.m. You're going to see a lot of me this weekend as we cover pretty much every E3 showcase, except I think Devolver. So we're going to have a lot going on this weekend, and I hope to see you guys here for it. So on that note, thank you for watching today, and I will see you tomorrow for 2 more, and then 4 more the day after that, and then another the day after that. It's going to be wild. Thanks for watching.
It is. We got a ton of conferences coming up. Hope to see you guys there for them all. This is probably going to get claimed to... Actually, I wonder if the Star Wars announcement, if they can actually claim anything for that, because they didn't show anything.
It'll be claimed by Dark Times LP.
Yeah. Well, there go the cameras. So we're fucking out of here. I'm gonna go work on it.
Don't even fix it. We're done.
I'm gonna go work on it. I'm not gonna fix this shit. We'll see you guys tomorrow, starting at what time is Microsoft? 4 o'clock Eastern for more. We'll probably start a little bit before that for Microsoft CA's E3 conference, and then we got Bethesda tomorrow night. So have a good one. Thanks for joining us, guys, and we will see you all tomorrow. We're out.
Bye.